Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new stream, where today we have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to talk about because actually this is first just changing. Holy shit, it's kind of. I feel like the lighting is weird today. I mean, like I have fucked around with my lighting a little bit. Let me go and turn this thing a little bit more here. Maybe I should like make this a little bit brighter. Like what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to make sure that we can have a nicer set of lighting because I have one right here right now. Let me see if I need to turn this up. Let me go and check right here. It's really weird because I have another monitor now, and that makes this shit just look like very crazy different. So let me go and open up my OBS here. I think it looks alright. I think it's good. I think it's good. Maybe it's a little bit too bright. Let me just go make sure that we look good for the day. Could have also checked this beforehand, but hey, you know. What do you know? It's a stream in the nick of time because holy fucking shit, there's a lot to talk about today. It's a good juicy just chatting stream today. But before that, let's go and take a look at this week. Because this week we should be back with more content than last week. Last week we had 4 videos and 2 streams. This week should be 4 videos and 5 streams. So that is what I'm going to be looking at. Basically the plan for this week. I haven't already made a nice infographic that should be coming up next day, tomorrow. I'm hoping tomorrow that I can like throw up a what's it called, like some sort of like picture or so of like the plan and schedule for this week. But basically today we're going to be doing just chatting. We're going to be talking about especially SummerGamesFest, what the hell's going on with that, and also there's been a very interesting situation on YouTube with regards to theActMan. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him all that much. I only recently started watching his videos, and honestly I think that like his stuff is fucking fantastic. But what's been going on with YouTube hasn't been very fucking fantastic, and is something which I would like to talk about because hey, you know, I'm a YouTuber, I make videos, y'all kind of like tend to like watching YouTube videos or maybe Twitch streams who also make YouTubes, yeah, I think that it affects basically every one of us. What the hell is going on there? It's an absolute shit show. So that is what I want to talk about, and obviously we have SummerGamesFest. There have been a bunch of reveals which honestly I haven't really been all that caught up upon, but I think that that's a good thing to kind of like go over, see what's been popping by. I've seen some things on Twitter, so like I'll follow my Twitter feed, see what the hell is going on with that, because I've seen some things about Overwatch 2. I didn't fucking know that was even going to be a thing anymore. I've seen things about what else? There was a whole bunch of things coming to Xbox, including the Persona series, which holy fucking shit, man. That's a really cool series. However, they're also like just like really fucking great portable games, and I don't think the game has is portable. The Game Pass is not portable, is it? Afim, how's it going? What kind of language is that? What kind of language is that? Hold on, I'm gonna have to translate that. That is not your usual Japanese greeting. Let me see. That is Oh, you've been learning with Jin. You've been learning Filipino with Jin. That's so cool. Yeah, I'm quite well. How are you? That is really cool. Tagalog, okay, Filipino. That is so cool. Yeah, I did not recognize that. But then I threw it in Google Translate. I was like, holy shit, you've been studying with Jin. I think that. Did I see you guys yesterday in Discord or 2 days before? I don't know. Anyway, Afim has been giving me some very interesting experience in the Discord. Holy fucking shit. But yeah, overall it's been good. I hope you guys been having a good weekend. Honestly, my weekend has been pretty crazy. It's a weird time. It's a weird time indeed. Right now we're kind of slowing down things like other responsibilities towards the summer, which is nice. At the same time, because it's getting nicer weather, we're also ramping up other social activities. So that's nice as well. But it also means that there's less time indeed for like the time that I still have available to YouTube and Twitch is still kind of the same. Hopefully should be getting more soon. Let's see. Indeed, we've made a schedule now for every Sunday. Upcoming Sunday is Japanese, then Tagalog, then Japanese. That is so cool. That is really awesome. I love to see that. I really love to see that. Like, seriously, community and scheduling is so important when it comes to getting things done. And that is something which, honestly, I wouldn't say I've underestimated, because I've always thought that it was important, but I've underestimated my particular need for it, in the sense of like having a good community around you is so important in order to achieve certain things that you're going for. So when it comes to learning a language, what you need, like, learning a language by yourself is really fucking hard. I've discovered that with Japanese. I still really want to learn Japanese. I just barely find the time for it, especially with like all the shits that have been going on, right? Like over the last couple of years. I haven't really found the time to like relax yet. I haven't really found extra spare time yet, even though I'm really hard trying. Like, I'm really trying. To be honest, I should have had some extra spare time this weekend had I not spent pretty much 2 days straight on another task. So I'm getting there. It's just that the moment I have free time, I will literally fill it up immediately again. I should really watch out with that. I don't know if anyone else has that, but like I pretty much have, the moment I have a little bit of free time, I will just instantly fill it up with someone else. And then I'll contemplate again, like, damn, where did all the time go? And why am I running again? It's so bad. It is so bad. But yeah. At least you did enjoy it. At least your game is saying, had I not shown you consent? Let's not talk about consent, shall we? Holy fucking shit! I don't know if you'll if you guys asked me for consent with that. Maybe I gave you consent, but it wasn't enthusiastic consent. I can tell you that it wasn't enthusiastic, which is bad. If you always don't just ask for consent, kids. Always ask for enthusiastic consent. It's not a yes. It should be a hell yeah. But also not a hell yeah. That kind of means like, my name is Chev. Just be like fuck hell yeah, something like that. I guess. I don't know. What do I know? I play games. I stream on Twitch. You think I know this shit? No, I don't. So yeah, what was I on about? I do not know. I do not know what I was on about. But yeah, yeah, we were talking about why such a community thing is so important, because trying to do something or learn something or dedicate yourself towards something by yourself is really fucking hard. But having something where you can do it with someone else and you set times, like every week we're gonna focus on it, it really like helps you stay focused. So that's really cool. I like that. So yeah. Anyway, I stream on Discord. You're up on the anyway, so yeah, this week, a theme, you may probably like this. This week today we're having a just chatting stream where we're going to be talking about obviously Game Fest, and we're going to be talking about the what's it called, the TheActMan situation. Then tomorrow we're going to be playing Ark, which is free on Steam. If you haven't played Ark yet, like me, I've never played Ark, but it's some sort of survival game, which honestly I have heard a lot about. Like, I don't know what the game necessarily consists of. Like, I've never really seen gameplay. I've never really heard about what the game contains, but I've heard that a lot of people have played it. And it used to be really popular back in the day. I think it's been out for like quite some time already, but I do very much recall it as a title that's been very much out there. It's free on Steam right now. You can grab it if you want to. And we're going to be playing that tomorrow because honestly, it seems like an interesting game. I have never played it, and I do want to explore it and also bring attention to, hey, this game is free on Steam. Go get it. It's free on Steam. Like, free games you should always grab. If you know about a free game that is out there, like, please let me know. Because throw it in Discord, because honestly, it's like, free games are always nice. I remember the very first free game I ever got, which was, oh god, that was Left 4 Dead 2. Was that Left 4 Dead 2? Yeah, I think Left 4 Dead 2. On, I was literally on Christmas. That was a Christmas, Steam Christmas sale. The very first time I ever installed Steam, because of, like, my cousin told me, oh my god, dude, Left 4 Dead 2 is free on Steam. And I was like, does it happen often? And he's like, I don't know, I just saw it. I was like, okay, let me install Steam, let me download this game. Very first game on Steam. And yeah, like, I was downloading that on, like, on Christmas Eve, I think, or first Christmas Day. I don't remember anymore, but I do remember that there was, like, this big-ass fucking, like, family gathering, and I was over there, like, watching on my computer, like, yeah, I'm still downloading this game. Hold on, I just need to check on my game that I'm downloading. And my parents are like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you gotta be hanging out with family. I'm like, family's important, but free games, maybe even more important. And now we have weekly free games via Epic. I mean, holy fucking shit, dude. It's like, you know, people getting spoiled these days. So yeah, that is going to be on Tuesday. That's going to be tomorrow. Then on for Wednesday, we're going to be playing. We're going to be continuing on with the playthrough series. We're going to be playing games. Last time we played Horizon Forbidden West, which we have finally concluded, which I'm super fucking glad with. Really enjoyed that game, and I'm actually considering. I feel like I don't know. I feel like the lighting is a little bit weird here. I'm going to turn this around a little bit like this, just to have a little bit more consistent lighting. But yeah, we completed that. I really enjoyed that. But this week we're going to be continuing, but we're going to be starting up a new game, which I haven't played yet, which is going to be Dawn of War. I have been very, very curious about the Warhammer 40k universe. About a year ago, I think. Has it been a year ago or like half a year? A long time ago. Afim and Rahab came together and gave me the Dawn of War set, and they were like, you should play this because we know a lot about the Warhammer 40k universe. It's a really cool universe, and you know nothing about it, and this is a great entry where you should explore this. And I've been waiting for a time in which I could do that, and the time is now, and I'm really, really fucking curious as to what I'm gonna experience. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm always really, really stoked when it comes to exploring new games, because it is something where I'm always like, I have this curious anticipation where I have no idea what to expect. I remember having that with Halo when I played the Halo Combat Evolved for the very first time, and I was like, I just did not know what it all meant. I didn't know what the hell was going to be happening. I didn't know what I was going to be expecting. So let me see. There we go, better. So like, I cannot wait to enter the game and just be like, okay, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know how to play this. I have no idea. I don't know. And I ultimately like look back at the start and just like really appreciate it. I've had that with Halo. Like at the start of Halo Combat Evolved, I didn't know what the fuck it was. And I was kind of like, okay, so what are we doing? And now all of a sudden, like if I go back to it, I'm just blown away. I was like, fuck, dude, this is like the start of the journey. And I had the same thing with Horizon. Like, when I played Horizon Forbidden West or Horizon Zero Dawn for the first time, I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to expect here. And oh my fucking god, was it so good. So, seeing how, what's it called? Like, there is such a large universe around this game, which I have never played. It is something which I'm really curious about, because it's like, it's one thing to just play a game, which is kind of like out there as a one-off. I love Ghost of Tsushima. I really hope Ghost of Tsushima gets like a Ghost of Tsushima Part 2, but that's just a standalone game. Warhammer 40k is so fucking big, and like I've never engaged with it. Similarly to how last year I'd never engaged with Halo, I'd never engaged with Mass Effect, and yeah, I'm really, really curious. So yeah, one thing that I am like a little bit like wary about is that it will be like, will I be able to understand it all? Will I be able to like grasp it all? Because like, yeah, from what I hear from you guys, it's like it's got like a fast fucking lore. But at the same time, I mean, like I've been able to do Warframe lore and Halo lore. It's like I remember playing, what was it called, Halo 4 or Halo 5, and I was just like talking like, oh man, this is like so much unlike Halo 2. But much more like Halo 4, because, you know, and I was like, fuck, why do I know this shit now? It's like, that shit just kind of comes naturally, I feel. So, I shouldn't be too scared for it. Like, it's not scared, it's just like curious anticipation. I love it. I'm also a little bit nervous, but hey, you know, we're gonna be doing that. Dawn of War is just a nice introduction to the series. Actually, how I discovered Warhammer 40k. Damn. Well, I'll be following in your footsteps then, and then we'll see. After that, after we've done Dawn of War, I will be going on to Black Mesa, because Omega Weapon gifted me that at the start of this year, and I really, really want to get for that because Half-Life is, again, one of these legendary franchises which I've never played. And yeah, I'm really curious. Dawn of War is an extremely small look at the universe, really, really made as an introduction. Okay, cool. Calms me down a bit. So yeah, that's gonna be Wednesday. There's also gonna be Friday, and on Thursday we're gonna also have another stream. So yeah, let's see what shall I get into first. I assume you're going to do the very first one's campaign. Yeah, I feel like I should just start at the beginning and start with the campaign, because campaigns are where things are explained, right? I really do hope so. So yeah, let's see, what shall we get into first. I don't know what I put in my title. I have no idea what my title is. Talking SummerGamesFest. All right, I guess we're gonna be talking SummerGamesFest first, and then we should go into like some of the theActMan stuff, because I think that's interesting as well. So yeah, let's see. Time to meet Sindri. All power commands sacrifice. See, I have no idea of these references yet, but sooner or later I will understand them. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, let's go take a look here. I just opened up, like, I have Twitter open right here because I saw some people tweeting about stuff, but I'm actually thinking, like, maybe it's better to go by like GameSpot or so, because it seems like, what's it called? It seems like there may be a thing going on right now. There's a Capcom showcase right now. Is there? Or not? Let's see. 11 p.m. GMT. Oh, okay, so that's gonna be late. That's gonna be in a couple of hours. Yeah, we'll not be able to watch that because that's gonna be midnight. That's 6 p.m. Eastern. Okay, no. That's alright because I think that we have like we have some stuff here at least. I saw some very interesting thing going on with Game Pass right here. Yesterday that was the Xbox the Festa showcase. I think Warframe also did something. I heard Mudkip talking about that he could get a oh no, that was Lemony. Talk about how we could get a Warframe, and I was like, oh, is that for a dev stream? But I think it was for this. So yeah. Wait, where's Michel 2.0 to participate in this solo podcast? Who the hell is Michel 2.0? Who the hell is Michel 2.0? I'd love to meet them. I'd love to meet them. Since you mentioned the importance of schedules, are you planning on using Twitch's scheduling system? Yes, I do kind of want to. What I also want to do is I want to make like an infographic at the start of the week. This, like, today has just been not really the time for that because I've been very busy over the past 2 days with something completely different. As I said, like the moment that I don't have something else to do, I'll just, you know, fill my time up with other things. So, yeah. Anyway, let's go take a look at what we find right here. Maybe we can start out with this here. Let's see, Summer Game Fest Live 2022, biggest game announcements. I think that is something which is nice to go over because, to be honest, I didn't quite know at the start that this shit was going to go on. Apparently there are 2 game events right now because I've also been seeing some tweets by, what's it called? By some people that I follow, like, let's see. Right here, Kasu went there, Big Jim was there. I also found, what's it called? Bife was there as well. GCX. So, like, honestly, like, I thought that this was the same thing as Summer Games Fest, but apparently it isn't. Apparently, like, we have, like, right here, there's, like, an entire other, like, thing going on right now, which honestly is pretty damn cool. But I didn't know that. I didn't know that, like, conventions had become a thing again. I know, like, next month we're gonna have TwitchCon, which I'm gonna go to as my very first convention again. But yeah, this shit is going on right now. Game Summerfest. I guess it's like a E3, but then not E3. It's just E3 but rebranded sort of thing. So yeah. So yeah, let's go take a look at like what we find right here. Let's see. It's Summer Games Fest live stream. Oh, this is a live stream like from start to end. Oh, okay, no. I see some One Piece though. That's nice. But yeah, let's go and like take a look at the article because like I've missed most of it. And to be honest, this is my thing when it comes to these like reveal streams or these reveal events. On the one hand, I really love these events for the way that they let me see. On the one hand, I really love these events for the way that they bring forward like the hype around games. They bring forward about like the things that we love about video games. Like I've seen some things about Modern Warfare 2. I've heard some things about Overwatch 2 coming out. I've seen some cool things coming to Game Pass where I'm like, holy fucking shit, I did not expect that. However, at the same time, what I also find is as long as you don't have like the physical part of like meeting your friends at the conventions, just like hanging out, that sort of stuff, a lot of these reveal events are just like, oh yeah, this is cool shit we're gonna do, and people get fucking excited, fucking insanely excited about, oh my god, it's so awesome. It's like, well, the shit is not even out yet. And most of the time, if we see the reveals, like how often are they really going to be matching up with the exact time frame and the exact like thing that they're announcing? So I've become a little bit skeptical about them. Which is why I always find it a little bit weird to look at these things that are being announced and be like, oh my fucking god, let's go, boys! Because the last time we did that, the last 3 times I did that, it went horribly wrong. First time I did that was Mass Effect Andromeda. People were talking about, oh my god, have you heard about a new Mass Effect game? It's like, no, but I've heard Mass Effect is a really cool series. I don't know about Mass Effect, but woo! Pre-order Mass Effect Andromeda, and that was a shit show. Then I was like, everyone's on the Anthem bandwagon. I was like, ooh, Anthem, let's go, boys! Pre-ordered that. That was a shit show. And then Cyberpunk, and I was like, I'm not gonna fall for the same trap again. I will not be hyped. And then literally everyone I knew was hyped. Literally everyone I knew. Even people that would normally be skeptical were like, this is going to be the best game ever. I know it. Such a great track record. I was like, okay, cool. I'll buy it right away. And yeah, that was also a shit show. Even though that was the most enjoyable shit show. Like all the shit shows have not been like bad. I've always had an enjoyable experience from them. But yeah, let's see. Hey, what's up, Lumen? How's it going? I'm dying. What's going on? Dying of laughter. Dying of laughter. I hope not physically dying. However, with Mass Effect Andromeda, it was a continuation of a series that should have concluded. Yeah, I have to say, when it comes to Mass Effect Andromeda, like Mass Effect Andromeda, I really enjoyed that because that was like the first game I played after Warframe. I was like, oh my fucking god, storytelling that doesn't end just like halfway through and I have to wait 5 years. Woo, let's go, boys. So I enjoyed that because it was very naive. Later on, like last year, I played the Mass Effect games, and yeah, it is very subpar. That said, I've only played 1 and 2 because I cannot for the life of me play 3. I think that Mass Effect 3 is an absolute shame. The way that it continues from Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 2 is such a masterpiece, absolute masterpiece. I fucking love that. Maybe someday I'll go back to Mass Effect 3, but the hard part with that is like, I should have streamed those games. I should have absolutely fucking streamed those games. I didn't, that was my fault, but yeah. Let's see. I got a heat stroke and I'm overexhausted with a bonus of growth pain. Damn. Did you go outside last weekend? Did you like enjoy the summer weather? How did you do that? How did you do it? Like aren't you a gamer? Aren't you a gamer? Like, doesn't summer just mean you close the curtains even harder? You turn on the AC if you have one, and then you just like go and play more games? How do you enjoy the summer weather or the sun outside that you can get a heat stroke? Enjoy this summer. It's 37 degrees Celsius outside. Holy fucking shit. Oh, I am not jealous. I am not jealous. We're here at like 25 degrees Celsius. I am mentally preparing myself. for the days it's gonna become like 30 degrees, which is fucking hot here. Let's see, 37 degrees Celsius. It's a cold day. Holy fucking, where are you from? The desert? Oh my god, I live in a fucking hell. Do you at least have like air conditioning at your like where you guys live? Because Israel, oh damn, dude, holy shit. That's really cool. But like, oh man, like I hope you guys have air conditionings where you live, because here in Holland it's not common. People don't have air conditionings, so basically it's like the moment it gets hot in here, like literally everyone dies. Well, they don't die, it's just like that. Actually, that's literally why I started playing Mass Effect, because it was so hot in here. Like this room, if it gets like 30 degrees, 35 degrees outside, this room gets 40 degrees plus, okay? This room always gets like 40 degrees plus. I can't stream in that. Like, I have made sure over the years that I've gotten a chair with like mesh in here, such that like I don't completely like disintegrate with like my sweaty back sort of thing. I will like make sure that I'll have like, I don't know, like sports clothes that have like a lot of ventilation. I'll make sure that like I can stay streaming the longest, but the moment it's 40 degrees in here, like, I can't. I literally can't anymore. So that's why I started playing Mass Effect, because I couldn't stream, and I like the only thing I could do was just like lay on the couch just like this. Like just do it like this, hold on. And then just like play some Mass Effect. Like that was my summer last summer. That was my summer last summer. I loved it. But yeah. Global warming. I'm good with cold and bad with heat, the worst thing. I mean, I've not really met people that are like good with heat. Like, I can't be good with heat, because like, the thing with cold is if I'm cold, I can always like do some physical activity, I can grab a blanket, I can get warm. But if I'm warm, I can't like undo activity to like get cold. I can't. So yeah. Let's see. I find many in this I'm in this community are you good with heat, thing? Like, please tell us your ways if you're good with heat. Like, how do you deal with extreme heat as opposed to extreme cold? But yeah. Also, Fame says, however, as Mass Effect Andromeda, it was a continuation of a series that should have concluded. Yeah, I read up on that. Yeah, I think they wanted to start off a new series. I know that they're thinking of making a Mass Effect 4, which is curious. It's like, I don't know what the hell we're gonna be doing with that. But hey, you know. Also, Fame says, Anthem, I suppose, that's what happens when you sleep for 2.5 years and then wake up 3 months before the release. They slept 5.5 years. That thing was like, they announced that 6 years. 6 years before it was supposed to come out, and it was horrid. Absolutely horrid. Let's see, I just lower my heart rate and stand still. Yeah, that is That's as far as I can find, is like just do nothing or swim. I mean, like I love swimming, so it's like if you have a pool that you can jump into, if you have like a sea that you can jump into or whatever to like cool down, that's great. But if you got work to do, you're fucked. So yeah. No, I mean, my horrible mistakes that most people in this community are good with cold. Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah. Anyway, let us go take a look at the reveals that have been around. If you guys don't know, Summer Games Fest has been going on. It's basically like an E3. E3 has been cancelled because no one was interested in these things anymore. But hey, now we have Summer Games Fest and people fucking love it. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, pool, a fucking good fucking idea. Flies, flies, flies. Indoor pools. I know it's fucking counterintuitive, but indoor pools. But maybe not too busy, because if it's too busy, then it becomes just like one giant sweat fest. So yeah. Let's see. You got a fly in your ear? Oh my god, dude. Damn. Alright, so one of the things that I've been seeing a lot about is Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Let me see whether this is... yeah, I think that this right here is the trailer. And as far as I'm aware, this is shit that we should be fine watching on stream, because they've said it is on their website that we're totally fine watching the Summer Games Fest things. So yeah, I think that we should be watching some of this. So yeah, right here, this is Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Let me see if I can make it bigger here. How does that work? All right, hold on.
2019, Modern Warfare changed everything. And on October 28th, we usher in a new era of Call of Duty.
Hold on, can I get rid of this?
Modern Warfare 2. We are back, we are bigger, and we are bringing the entire team.
Hold on. I want to get rid of this. Let me get rid of that cookies thing, because honestly, that is horrid. That's bad game. That thing design. Where is Call of Duty Ancient Warfare? Honestly, like that, like they could have done that. They could have absolutely done Call of Duty Ancient Warfare after they did the Infinite Warfare sort of thing, the Advanced Warfare that everyone hated. Like, that is definitely something that they could have done. Because people fucking hated the what's it called? The jumpsuits and so on. So, let me see here. There we go, perfect. Alright, it's taken care of, it's gone. So, like, they could have done that. Dude, like the sticks and, yeah, weapons are club, stick, rock, hand, big rock, and it's like, what's it called? Like, little, slingshots? Like, dude, they could have absolutely done that after, like, the people hated the future stuff. Oh, that would have been wonderful. But yeah, let us go take a look at Modern Warfare 2. Honestly, to me, Modern Warfare 2 was, like, one of the games which, like, I absolutely, like, to me, it's a gold standard. A gold standard of an FPS. The last of the good Call of Duties, including Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. So let me see here. I'm really curious as to what they'll do. To me, if they just reboot it, it will be fantastic.
2019, Modern Warfare changed everything. And on October 28th, we usher in a new era of Call of Duty with the launch of Modern Warfare 2.
So one of the things that I'm worried about already is that I've not played the new Modern Warfare. I've heard that people said, like, yeah, it was okay. It was good. I wish that they would actually say, in 2009, we made a killer-ass fucking game. However, it's all on old platforms that people don't want to play anymore. So we're going to up-res it and throw it out again, and we're going to take the market by storm because that game was so fucking good. But yeah, why is she outside? Because they want to be fucking fancy. I don't know.
We are back, we are bigger, and we are bringing the entire team. Price, Gaz, Soap, Alejandro, and of course, Ghost. We needed a stage big enough to debut Call of Duty in a whole new way, inspired by the world we're about to enter. Oil rigs, cargo ships, and staggering odds are just the beginning. Here is Modern Warfare 2.
Okay. Honestly, like, this is pretty, like, on the one hand, you can be like, this shit is pretty insane. Like, why the hell did they go for, like, such a giant ass, like, they rented out an entire dock to, like, you know, go for this shot and shit. But honestly, if I had the money, I would do this too. Also, is catapult Dutch for slingshot? Oh god, no, it's, I forget the word, but catapult is, like, the big thing, and, like I'm more talking about, like, the little thing. So, yeah. Anyway, So the thing with Modern Warfare 2 that I'm really curious about is like how faithful it will be to the original game. Like that is something which I think is very important. Honestly, it's been a while since I played the campaign. Though it seems like they're going for a new kind of campaign. We're definitely gonna get a new campaign.
Disarm that missile. Be ready for anything. This could be a trap. Actual, we're set.
Copy, get to work.
So I don't really want to go for like the entire campaign thing here. That shit does look familiar. Actually, no, actually, like... No, this is familiar. This is familiar. I've played this. However, they're starting at a different place because I think Modern Warfare 2 started out in like the desert, but yeah, this is definitely Modern Warfare 2's campaign. No, I remember this. Let's see, what kind of weapons do we have? That's a Scar, I think. That does look familiar. P90 maybe? Honestly, the more faithful it is to the original, yeah. I don't want to go for too much of the campaign because obviously like a lot of this is cinematics, which like you can't really do much. I kind of want to see, do they have some gameplay here? I know this game's already like you can pre-order it. Never pre-order a game, please don't. Dude, yes, I remember this segment here. So yeah, like this right here was like a really cool segment where like you have this big fight between all these container ships. Man, this was fucking impressive when I played this for the first time. That does seem rather faithful though. Like this shit does seem faithful to the campaign. All right. Let's see. Modern Warfare 2?
Pre-order now and get early access to the open beta.
Say like that shit, which is always kind of dumb. Where it's like, oh yeah, pre-order it, pay us money for a game you don't know about, and then you get access to our open beta, which will be free at some point anyway.
That's what we're talking about. And joining us now, up from Long Beach, Johanna, great to see you. How's everything?
It's great. Thanks.
Great to have you with us, and also Jeff from Infinity Ward. So we saw the first gameplay. Thanks for that extended sequence. Looks incredible. Jeff, tell us a bit about that mission. Where is that set in the game? What are we seeing there?
Absolutely. So first of all, we're really excited to welcome back Captain John Price and Simon.
Yeah, let me.
You know, this was a tremendous collaboration across. It's creating a physically dynamic environment.
Cross Call of Duty. What can we expect from you guys this year?
Yeah.
Like the thing that I want to know about, it's not necessarily like what a campaign will be like, because the campaigns in Call of Duty can always be fun. Like I have fun with the Call of Duty World War II campaign. If there's gonna be like the Modern Warfare 2 campaign, I'm gonna love it. The thing that I'm curious about is like what will the multiplayer be like? What I'm hoping the multiplayer will be like is just Modern Warfare 2. Like literally just the way Modern Warfare 2 was. So if you go here to Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. Let me see. Like yeah, just this. Okay. Like this is literally what I want to see. Maybe higher risk rate, but like this is right here is what I think is like one of the best FPS games that's out there. And as long as they can kind of like bring this thing back, that would be fantastic. Actually, I'm gonna look it up right now. If him. Let me see here.
Enemy on Charlie. Securing B. A secure.
Yeah, actually, I do think Catapult is the right one. I do think it is. But yeah, like these maps, man, were so fucking good. Yeah, I think Catapult is actually the right one. So anyway, but yeah, this is what I'm hoping to see. I don't really care that much about campaign, but I guess that's like cool shit they can show with
thanks for having us
cinematics.
here. We're just so excited for October 28th. It's such a big moment, not what we're calling a transformational moment for the entire franchise. You're going to see incredible rendering, incredible graphics, all the things just within the game itself, built all on one shared engine now. across Warzone and Modern Warfare 2 going forward. Of course, there's a lot of chatter and interest about the new Warzone experience. We're affectionately calling it Warzone 2.0. There will be a standalone experience of Warzone for current existing players as well. So we're going to sort of feed the entire community.
Interesting. So what I hear here is that Warzone I think is their battle royale, which is cool that they're keeping that separate from the other games. But I like that if they're doing some sort of like live service thing, that if they're reiterating that they're actually separating these things apart. Because honestly, like what I kind of have become to dislike a lot about this like new live service free to play sort of game franchise or like game release sort of thing, this strategy that they do, is that basically like what we're seeing now is that if there's a new version that comes out, that's it. If you like the old one, get fucked. And I would love to go back to some of the old Warframe tilesets, the old Warframe UI. Like these old Warframe versions, I would love to go back to, but I can't because it doesn't exist anymore. And that is something which like I can really appreciate that they do that.
There, but all eyes on the 28th. And again, I think the collaboration's just been incredible. Everybody's so excited for Task Force 141. Warzone coming to mobile as well for players on the go.
Mobile.
We're on Steam, as you know. I mean, so it's just a big moment, and there's going to be a lot more to come in the months to follow.
Well, before we leave, we got to ask a little bit about Warzone 2. I know we just, we're showing...
All right, so they're just going to be asking about the battle royale. Let me see. So basically, like... And we're seeing here is like the mission Dark Water. Yeah, like I know about that. Well, so like the only thing that they've shown here is basically the campaign. From what I've seen from the campaign, like just real quickly, like I don't really want to like watch too much of that because, honestly, like a campaign is something that you gotta experience. A lot of these events will just have that. Oh yeah, here we go. This looks fantastic, and then when you actually get to the gameplay, it's gonna look way different. So I'm not really too interested in these like cinematic trailers, but I'm more interested in like what did they say is going to be in there, especially with the multiplayer, because the multiplayer is something which I'm going to be continuously playing. From what I see though, it looks rather faithful to the original Modern Warfare 2, and I'm curious to see what's going to happen. Do not pre-order though. Do not pre-order any games because like seriously, everything is digital now. If you want to have a physical copy, like you can go into your game store, you can just buy a physical copy without any reservations because a lot of people just like will already buy digitally. So just wait. Well, I suppose Warframe is meant to tell one story, and because it's an online server, it will never end. It has to be It has to be modernized. Well, like Warframe has already like very easily given up on their one story that they're telling, because the thing that I feel with Warframe is the case is that right now I have started out Warframe's story with what's it called, with the Purgatory Simulator 2013, which was pretty much like the Assassin's Creed games of the time, where you just like you started out as a Tenno that just basically as an Excalibur, and you fought in like this wide space with fog everywhere, and you fought like Shadows of Grenier, and that was your tutorial, and then you just gather into the universe, and then it was like, I'm the Lotus. You go and defeat the bosses, and that was it. Then there was a wave of people that joined with Forest Prize. Then there was a wave of people that joined with Forest Prize and PoE coming into early on, basically. So like there was a wave of people that started with Forest Prize, ended it, and then Plains of Idle and like was something that happened at the end of the game. And then there's some people where Plains of Idle happens at the start of the game. And then there are now some people that have an entirely different starting quest. So the thing is, like, Warframe doesn't like... It's really sucks at telling one story. So it would be great to be able to like go back to like previous builds or simulate some previous builds such that you can experience what those things were like. Now, a game that does tell one story, quote unquote, is Destiny 2. And I hate that it tells one story, because what Destiny 2 does is Destiny 2 basically says, hey, we're telling a story in real time right now. So if you want to play any of our quests, you gotta have been there 5 years ago, because they're deleted now. Or if you want to see like this absolutely like insane cool ending of like this arc that we've been building up for many times, it's gonna happen at like coming Sunday. Like you're gonna have to be standing in like the hub area, and then you can see a ship blow up. That's gonna happen. But if you miss that, sucks to be you. So they do that. They do tell that one story, which over time, like, you gotta have been there, but like people will all have to have the same experience basically if you go from a point in time. So it's not like Plains of Island happens at the end of someone's journey and at the start of someone's journey, and then like Plains of Island happens here, and then they still have to do everything else. in Destiny, it's like everything happens right now, and everything that happened beforehand, you can't relive anymore. You're fucked. But everything that happens after, like, you'll live in the same moment. I can see that, but yeah. Warframe hardly has a story. It feels more like random ideas. It definitely does. It's definitely just like random things thrown together. So yeah, let's go take a look at some more things that's been coming out. So we've seen Street Fighter 6. I've never played many Street Fighter games, but basically it's coming to in 2023 to all the things. Aliens Dark Descent. So I remember that Aliens Fireteam Elite was a game that Villager was really looking forward to, and then I think it was kind of alright, but like it hasn't been that much of a smash hit as we'd expected. So yeah. And basically, let's see, the Callisto Protocol. What is this? Ahead of its release schedule, let's see, we have Uninterrupted Brawl gameplay. It has, okay, so it has some Dead Space DNA. It's okay, this is kind of like a Dead Space game? Hold on. And it's featuring raw gameplay? What the fuck? Alright, I'm curious. Bro, Dead Space was such a cool game. Let me see what this is.
Take a look outside. Did you know that they call Callisto the Dead Moon? Dead.
Oh boy.
Just like you would have been if I hadn't fished you out of that wreck. So whatever you're holding on to right there.
Oh, bro,
That's
this
your
does
old
feel Dead
life.
Space.
You gotta let that go. Because your new life is entirely in my hands.
What the fuck,
I'm
dude?
just trying to give you a chance at rebirth.
What the fuck is this shit? Alright, we're playing this. This shit right here is literally just I don't know if this is made by the people that made Dead Space or this is Dead Space. But they're modernized. Dead Space was such a cool game.
I love that last part.
It's called horror. It's kind of like action horror sort of thing. If this comes out in October, then that will be perfect. This will be our like month of Halloween game. So like, that's my problem. I just like 10 minutes ago said I wouldn't get hyped about this stuff, but now I'm here getting hyped about this stuff. Oh boy, this is fucking... Yeah. What the fuck?
Welcome to your new home.
Damn, boy. They
Incredible.
said
I
there was
gotta
also...
say,
I just wanted to thank you. I'd like enemy.
Let me see. They said there was also some gameplay. Oh, here's some gameplay. Oh yeah, dude. They have like the health bar right here, on the back of the head, which is like, what's it called? Dead Space also had it like integrated in the armor. Nice. Oh, I like the ammo counts. Like the thing with Dead Space that was really cool was that it didn't have any UI. Like the UI was built into the game's atmosphere, or like the game's environment, basically. Yeah, I feel like this is gonna be very similar to Dead Space from what I see right here. I'm curious about this though. This definitely is gonna be interesting. When it's coming out, December 2nd. No, no, no. Why December 2nd? Why not October? This is like a perfect October game. Maybe it's for like the holidays. Maybe we can do like a holidays game. But like I don't know if we're down with the spooks for the holidays. Witchfire is a perfect mix of snappy first-person shooter and dark fantasy that should appeal to fans of the fan housing or even a classic Warhammer franchise. Interesting. It should enter early access soon via Epic Games Store. All right, well I'll keep an eye on this. Faboyo, how's it going, man? How are you doing? Yo, it's been a while. It definitely has been a while. Let's see. Ex-Blizzard developers have come together to create a brand new real-time strategy storm game, and it looks to scratch that science fiction itch that Blizzard seemingly doesn't want to scratch anymore. Now, I've never done like a lot of like RTS games, Let me see here. You've gone bald. I've not gone bald. Not entirely, but I have definitely lost some hair. I've cut my hair, and whenever I cut my hair, it goes short. So, let me see whether this features any gameplay. Doesn't really seem like gameplay. Yeah, like I'm not really gonna watch a lot of like these trailers that go without gameplay, because like yeah, people can make cool cinematics, but like actually showing gameplay is where it's at. But yeah, I've definitely cut my hair. See, like one thing, and I don't know if you guys share this, but one thing which I've noticed, like as I'm growing up, I start to notice less and less like changes within myself. So like when I was young, like when I was a kid, like when I grew older a year, like I grew taller. Like you could see the difference between a 1 year younger me and then like a 1 year older me. Over the last couple of years, I've largely remained the same because like I don't grow that much anymore. So one thing which I did when it was Corona time is like, oh yeah, I don't really feel like going to the hairdresser. Let me just like grow this shit out. And then over time, and I was like, man, you know, if I just cut it short now, then you have these different moments in time where it's just like, oh yeah, remember the time when I had long hair? Remember the time when I had short hair? So like, you know, it kind of spices it up just a little bit. And it also just like, yeah, this is also just super convenient because I don't have to do shit about my hair, which is fucking nice. So yeah, but yeah, we go right here over some of the things that are coming out. Let me see. This right here is. Oh wait, Zenless Zone Zero is the next game from Genshin Impact's creator Hoyo First, which showcases at the presentation. Damn! Some Genshin Impact stuff. Let's see, classic Warhammer is not the same as Warhammer 40k, although both are made by Games Workshop. Let me see, does this feature any gameplay? This does have like sort of that Genshin style, but it also reminds me of Scarlet Nexus, which I played a little bit about. But the thing which I'm always curious about when it comes to these anime type games is like how fulfilling will they be to play. You play Genshin? I have played it quite a bit. Maybe I'll return to it soon. The thing that I ran into with Genshin though is that Genshin doesn't really have a very satisfying reward system as far as I'm concerned. Like I know that Genshin has like a very intricate system of their heroes. They have you have hero. How was Scarlet Nexus? Scarlet Nexus was okay, but like okay, it didn't really grip me all that much. So I loved Genshin Impact's story. I loved the characters that were in there. I loved the environment. It was fantastic. But the thing which I noticed was that at a certain point in time, like I unlocked to like I went to the Geo City and completed that story, which was fantastic. I love the cinematics. I love the voice lines. But whenever I'm fighting, it's like I kill a monster, I just get 10 XP, which like I need 20,000 XP to rank up. So like fighting doesn't give me XP to rank up. So I would have to like either do a lot of quests so I can get those books and then like throw that in the character, which honestly would be fine. However, you don't just rank up your character. You also gotta you can choose different characters to like balance your team, which you'll get to rank up with like these books and shit. Then you also have all different weapons, which you'll get to rank up with all different books and shit. Then you have, for each character, you have 5 different artifacts you can attach to it, and then for each weapon you also have things you can attach to it, and all of these things can also be upgraded, but like all of them are RNG looted from the loot boxes basically. So it's not like, hey, for my gameplay, if I'm just gonna go slay some monsters here with like everyone in chat, we're just gonna have a good old time, we're gonna go and like slay some monsters, I'm just gonna like get a whole bunch of XP, then I can rank things up. No, it's like I need to rank it up with like the limited resource that I can like the books, which is only very limited, which I can get for like free to play. However, I can throw that into just any character or any weapon because maybe I'll get a better weapon from one of my loot boxes, and then it's like, well, fuck, then I kind of want to put it all in that. So yeah, yeah, it's a normal gacha game. Yeah, so the thing is, like, it's a really good gacha game. Normally I'm not a gacha person, but like the way it plays, the way it looks, it's fantastic. But then like you almost forget it's a gacha game, but then at the end like you discover. So yeah, I believe you should stop playing around World Level 2 or 3 so you're in those. Or yeah, I don't necessarily remember. Maybe I could find it right here. Let me just go and take a look here. Let's go take a look. Michel Postma, Genshin. Let's see. So if we want to see like what my last thing was, we get the playlist. We go and look for Genshin. See, this is something which I absolutely love. Ever since going for variety, I can just like go up here and then be like, okay, so we have a bunch of Halo here, Battlefield, Halo Infinite, The Ascent, Battlefield, Subnautica, Outriders, Cyberpunk, Genshin Impact. So let me see here, and then when was the last one? This is November 9, 2020. And this right here is my last one, April 5th, 2021. So basically a year ago I played it. And then if I go through here, maybe I should be able to find it. Let me mute this. Let me fast play this. Let's see. Oh, wait. I'm definitely a little bit behind on games to just like open it. Let's see. Adventure Rank 35. At world level 3, that's what I was at. Right there. By the way, if you want to add me for any point in time that I may want to play it again, like maybe soon, but like there's also a whole bunch of other things to play. So yeah, that's that. Let's see here. What else we have? Layer of Fears, Gotham Knights, Last of Us. I've heard a lot about 35. So AR35. Let's see, for more Summer Game Fest, check out these featured games. Warhammer 40k Darktide, One Piece Odyssey. Okay, hold on. Let me check those out. Let's see, Honkai. Like, these are games that I haven't played yet. But, like, I do know that some people are interested. Let me see here. One Piece Odyssey made an appearance during the Summer Game Fest with a new trailer. The trailer presents showcase every details from the original story the game is going to tell, as well as the cast of characters that will be present. What kind of game will this be? Like, I know there's like a whole bunch of like One Piece games. I played one on the PlayStation 3, which is like the first One Piece game that came out. But I'm actually quite curious where it will start. Maybe we'll play it. Because honestly, I love One Piece. Warhammer 40k Darktide is releasing on September 13. On Xbox Game Pass. Nice. So maybe we'll play that. If I'm liking Warhammer 40k, which we're gonna discover this week, maybe I'll play. Now please, Genshin. the voices for pleading for Genshin have grown indeed. Maybe soon. Here we also have Genshin Impact Studio shows off a sci-fi game, Honkai Star Rail. Yo, like this like Genshin's developers are going insane. Like first we had another one, and then we have Sendless Zone Zero, which we just looked at, and then we have here another one. I mean, like with the amounts of money they're making, like I'm pretty sure that they can definitely like fund this. But yeah, one other things which I want to look at is like right here the Xbox and Bethesda thing. So basically, like the thing which I see right now, which I think is which servers are Genshin account? I guess Europe. Oh boy. So as far as I can tell right now, the things that stand out to me the most is at this point in time, it's definitely Modern Warfare 2. I'm having decent hope seeing how the campaign actually features like the original campaign is like a remaster of the original campaign. I really hope that will just be like a remaster of like the overall game, and like they will change as little as possible. If that's the case, I'm so gonna be playing that. But we haven't seen anything about like the multiplayer. It will come out in October, but yeah, we'll see. Maybe free open betas will come out at some point, but we'll see. The other thing that stands out to me is it's definitely that Callisto protocol. Though maybe it will not be this year, but maybe next year, October sort of thing. Where I feel like that will definitely be a great Halloween game sort of thing. It's a great horror game. So yeah. Furthermore, other things that stood out to me, well, a lot of it is like really wait and see. I've seen it like the thing is like you'd expect that I would love like the One Piece game, but I don't know. I really love One Piece as a series, but I've played their PlayStation 3 game and I'm kind of like, I don't know. It didn't really do it all that much for me. So yeah, want to watch a trailer I put up in Discord? I want to wait with it. I'll watch it after I played Warhammer 40k myself, because the thing is right now, like it won't speak to me, like just in the same way just in the same way that Halo traders did not speak to me, or what was the thing? I remember that Apex came out with Valkyrie's trader around, like, which centered around Titanfall, and I hadn't played Titanfall, so I had no connection with it. So I do want to watch out with that. So yeah, when is Warframe cross-platform crossplay? We don't know. We don't know. No idea. There are people that say, "Oh man, you should be grateful it's taking such a long time because that means they're putting in so much effort." But honestly, like Destiny has it, so many games have it. It's holding Warframe back quite a bit. But hey, you know, we'll see. We'll see. The one thing which I'm interested in, because like we're going over the Summer Games Fest, which is the first time I'm actually going over shit like this. So let me know how you like the presentation. Honestly, I do like that we can go over some of the trailers and I have no worry about watching them like on stream. I'm actually I quite like going over them right now, so I don't have to watch the entire like stream sort of thing and just sit there whenever there's something which like I don't really like. So we can just like skip through things. But yeah, let me see here. Because this right here was supposed to be pretty big, like Xbox and Bethesda Showcase, which is like Microsoft owns fucking everything right now, so yeah. Let's see here. Microsoft's annual Xbox Showcase had plans to reveal 90 minutes long. So like that's what I mean. I don't want to do a 90-minute stream. Like holy fucking shit about just like reacting to the content. It's first-party studios and third-party partners. If you missed out, here's a roundup. Let me see. So June 14th for the Xbox Game Showcase extended. Oh, so they're doing even more. So yeah, let me see. We have a co-op shooter of Redfall. Is this gonna be something like what's it called? Left 4 Dead? Bro, this is kind of like Left 4 Dead. Microsoft kept the title about Arcane's upcoming co-op shooter Redfall since it was announced with a teaser trailer. It pitched you and several friends against a horde of vampires. Bro, this feels Left 4 Dead to me. I haven't seen it, but like just looking at this image already screams Left 4 Dead to me. It being co-op where you can play with your friends, fucking Left 4 Dead, dude. They said crossplay will release last year. That didn't happen. So like this is the thing. I do not have faith in anything that Warframe says, and then I'm like, that is also what I have with like these reveal things. Is like I don't have any faith in what they'll say. I do not trust that anything that they'll put forward or show us in trailers is gonna happen at the date that they say. It just gives me an indication as to what is gonna be coming up. But yeah, like because honestly, like, dude. Back in 2018 or 2017 or 2018, you can like, don't quote me exactly on that, but 2017 or 2018, they said that they were going to do a cross migration again. So if you were playing on PlayStation, or if you were playing on Xbox, or if you were playing, like it was before the Switch announced, because it was 2017, you could cross migrate your account from any of the consoles to PC and from PC to the console. They were working on that. It was going to happen in a couple of months. We are still waiting on that. So this is the thing. If Warframe says we're going to introduce crossplay this year, I will not believe them. They will always announce it and it's never going to happen. So this is the thing. Just like if they announce it, the only thing that tells me is like it's sort of in the works. It's sort of in the works. It's probably going to happen later rather than sooner. So just they're working on it, but I would not wait for it. I would not wait for it at all. Time for a 4-player stream with Xeno, Xandy, and Joey. That would be nice. That would be definitely nice. Back 4 Blood actually released this year as well, which yeah was like quite the what's it called? Which is also like a Left 4 Dead sort of thing, but it didn't really gain that much traction. Yo, what's up, dude? So let me see here. We have that. We have Hollow Knight. Silksong will be available on day 1 on Game Pass. I feel like Game Pass is gonna have like a lot of it's gonna basically be a place where you can try out a whole bunch of games like this right here, High on Life. I've heard about this. Like I have played what's it called, Trover Saves Universe, which was also a game by Justin Roiland. Why is it? Oh, I thought it was Justin Roiland. Yeah, there we go. That's a fucking typo, dude. But like literally that was a really fun game. I made one video about it and then didn't really follow through because I was like really afraid of how people would react to me like playing another game, and I was like kind of lazy. I was playing around the summer, so I didn't really edit all that much. But honestly, Trover's Universe was such a fun game, so I'm having high hopes for this to be a really fun game as well. It will release later this year on PC and the Epic Game Store, so I'll probably be playing that. I like Hollow Knight. I don't have experience with this franchise, but if it's on Game Pass, definitely gonna play it. So like that's the thing which I love about Game Pass. It's like, hey, you know, like it will it opens things up. Now here we have Riot Games on Game Pass. It's like literally everything is coming to fucking Game Pass, and like I'm so conflicted when it comes to like how do I feel about Game Pass, because on the one hand I am a big advocate for owning your own games, own your physical games, make sure that you can play them and are not dependent on servers being up, on like game consoles being supported, because once in a time, like they're gonna drop support for all of these consoles, and if your game library depends on there being a phoning home towards a central server to check whether you have your subscription or check whether you can download the game, you will at some point not be able to play the game anymore. You don't own it, you just have a subscription that you can play it for a limited amount of time. That said, Game Pass just offers such a great value proposition. So many games are coming towards, so many new games you can just like try out, and if you don't like it, you know, woo, you just play something different. So the thing which I have is like, I don't like it all that much, but at the same time, there's like, look at this right here, Riot Games coming to Game Pass, so Game Pass will still be like probably the same amount of money. And then you look at this, like League of Legends, like Old Champions Unlocked, Valorant, Old Agents Unlocked, like all these games. Like I've never played Valorant. I know some people are like super into it. This may give me something to check it out, because I can just like check it out very easily. I don't have to wait to like unlock everything, all that sort of stuff. I know I've played a little bit of League, just like 2 matches or so. I know people say it's super toxic, so I was like, I don't know, but maybe I'll give it a shot. Maybe we'll go toxic on the stream. So yeah, Hollow Knight. Let's see, Hollow Knight has a recommendation for me. All right, so let me go take a look then at right here, Hollow Knight. Let me see what like basically this would be like this is their first game, right? Like this is like this will be a follow-up to that. Silksong will be coming to Game Pass. Hollow Knight Silksong. So yeah, this seems to be, let's see here. Yeah, there's no reviews out yet because it's not out. Actually, wait, it's gonna be coming to Linux? That's pretty fucking sweet. Yeah. I think that Silksong may be, but League and Valorant is already free. Yeah, but it's like just getting all the, what's it called? Basically, you're just getting a whole bunch of shit in game. Like, the thing with Apex, I had to play Apex a lot to unlock all the legends. I would not necessarily do that with Valorant if there's like only starter legends available, and then I would have to like farm that game for a lot. But yeah, Silksong is a new story with a female protagonist. Okay, so what I'm probably gonna do then is, we don't really have a release date on this, as far as I can tell. I recently heard this song. Let me see here. But yeah, like, let me see where it says this. It's a full sequel to Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is a follow-up to the original Hollow Knight, generally considered one of the best. So, it doesn't really say much as to, like, when it's gonna be releasing. There's no release date yet. So yeah, basically, we don't know much when it's gonna be releasing, but if there's more clear date to it, I'll probably first play, like, Hollow Knight, and then, like, when it comes out, I'll do Silksong right after that. So yeah, that's one I'm looking forward to. Redfall is definitely one that we can go play with some people on stream, even if it's only just to like check it out whether it's fun or not. And if it's really fun, we can play it some more, because like Left 4 Dead 2 is still a really fun game, but at the same time when I stream is like, I'm like, yeah, I've already played this, right? So yeah, High on Life is one I'm looking forward to. It's more like an FPS game, so I'm really curious about that, whereas like Trover's Universe was more of a VR game, so I'm really curious about this. It's a first-person shooter, and it doesn't really seem to be tied in with VR anymore, so that's quite kind of nice. Let's see. Is there anything that really stands out to me from here? Oh yeah, Overwatch 2 PvP launched on October 4th. So let me see here. They're saying that like on October 4th we're gonna see our Overwatch 2. It's only PvP. The campaign will come at a later date. I guess it will come to Game Pass. But the thing which I have with Overwatch 2 is like I don't have any faith in it at all, because Overwatch 2, like I always thought it was a dead game basically, right? I always thought Overwatch 2 was basically a dead game because some long time ago in the past, a long time ago in the far past, they were saying, oh yeah, we're gonna make Overwatch 2, it's gonna come out soon, we're gonna cease all development on Overwatch, and now we're gonna make Overwatch 2. And then for years, like generations, oh fucking shit, like literally like generations, like people have had like they've grown entire lives, I don't know, like maybe 10 years ago, I don't fucking know, man. Like basically years ago, like they haven't done anything with Overwatch. It's kind of been festering. It's still a really fun game, but it's kind of been festering in no man's land. And now it's like, now they're out here, oh man, guys, remember when we made Overwatch 2? Which is basically just the same game, but 2? Like, yeah, you guys get excited for this. Like, I don't know. I really don't. Like, it's going to be free to play, but it's going to be pretty cool. I hope it will bring some more people to the Overwatch place, because honestly, it's like, Overwatch is really fun to play with friends. I do still enjoy that. And the campaign was like, see, like it seems interesting to me, but I have no expectations from this. Let's see. Anything else? Elder Scrolls Online. I have not played the Elder Scrolls franchise, so maybe that will be a thing to entice me to do that. Fallout 76 is still something which I don't like. I might play it. What's it called? Like, ironically, Microsoft Flight Simulator is adding the Halo's Pelican. What the fuck? Okay, nice. Arc 2. Oh yeah, Arc is free right now. Leo, how's it going? Shit, it's Michel Postma. How's it going, dude? Thank you so much for that subscription. 28 months. That is insane, dude. Thank you. So Arc 2 is coming out. I have not played Arc, but we're going to change that. Tomorrow we're going to be playing Arc. Arc is free right now on Steam, so if you do not have Arc, basically it's a survival game as far as I'm aware. I've heard from people that it's like a really cool game. Like I've heard that a lot of people have played it. I have never played it myself. I don't know what the game entails. So we're gonna be playing that. We're gonna be playing that later. And then yeah, Arc 2 is gonna be coming up. I've been following the TheActMan thing from your Twitter. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that in just a second. Like I'm going over this in just a little bit, because honestly, I have literally just only been following the TheActMan for just like a little while, and then all this drama happened, and honestly, I'm truly shocked by it. So actually, you know what? Let's just get into it right now, because I feel like we've gone over some of the main points from the October Games Fest. I don't know much else what to go over, because the thing to me is like, yeah, you know, it's. We'll see in time. So let's talk about the TheActMan. Let's talk about the TheActMan story. Let's talk about what has been going on and what has got me very concerned about YouTube, which has got me very concerned about like the future of one of my favorite channels. Like I really enjoy the content that he puts out, and just in general, like how we're moving forward with this. I've been tweeting about this a lot. I've been like sharing his tweets, which honestly I feel very conflicted about, because I don't tweet all that much. So when I tweet about this, I'm always concerned. Like, am I out here like spreading a lot of like negativity and drama to your channels and like to your feeds, and like, do you not like that? At the same time, I also have this thing where I'm like, well, you know, maybe this is something y'all should know. So like, I'm always conflicted, because I don't want this, like, I don't want to engage so much with drama. I don't want to engage so much with negativity, because to me, like, I'm out here to just have fun. I'm out here to just have fun on the internet. I'm out here to just have fun in my videos and streams. However, I do think that when something is happening that is serious, like, I have to stand up for it. Because there have been times where I did not stand up for it. There have been times where I definitely also did not stand up for myself, and I've regretted that, and I will do that. So this is one of the first times where I do want to bring up. Totally Not Mark also had a similar situation, but I think this is worse. So if you guys know about the TheActMan, so let's first talk about who the hell even is the TheActMan. If you don't know about him, honestly, I would definitely fucking recommend you go check him out. Also, Rahab, how's it going? Good to see you, man. I would definitely recommend you check him out, because this right here is the TheActMan. Now, whoa, like how did I like discover this channel, and why do I love it so much? So this channel right here, makes a lot of videos. Actually, he started out making Halo videos. So if we go sort by, let's see, date oldest, he started out making a whole bunch of Halo videos. He was like one big like Halo fan, and like one of the series which I think is so amazing is like his Halo 5 series. He made 5 or 6 videos talking about why Halo 5's campaign was so bad, and honestly, it's pretty damn good. Like, that was one of the first times I discovered this channel, was when I completed Halo 5 back in January, and I was like, yeah, I kind of like this. People said this was the bad Halo. I can kind of see that it wasn't as satisfactory as I imagined, but why was it so bad? Like, I felt something was wrong, but I couldn't quite figure it out. And then, like, I watched his videos, and honestly, like, I could see it. Like, he makes these, like, very well-made, well-scripted videos, like, analyzing games as, like, why they're like, so good or so bad. And especially, like, he covers, like, he started out with Halo, so he went over all the Halos, which, honestly, I just recently played. And he also did all the Call of Duties. And, like, he has the right opinions in the fact that he says that Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 were the last good Call of Duties. Fuck yeah, man. I already like him. I already just, like, want to marry him, sort of thing. So, like, that is the thing right here. Is, like, I love these series. Like, when I discovered that he had all these, like, Call of Duty videos, man, like, I was already booked to this channel. So basically, he makes like 45, 50-minute, 38-minute videos where he just goes over, like, what does this game have? Like, what kind of, like, what were the good parts, what were the bad parts? It is not like a, oh my god, this shit is so bad. I mean, like, you see the title right here. It's like, why was Call of Duty World War II so bad? You imagine that there's already going to be a video where he's going to be like, yeah, everything sucked. But actually, he's very fucking balanced. Like, I love his takes where, like, he'll point at the good things in the story, he'll point at the bad things in the story, he'll go over the multiplayer, like, what was good about the multiplayer, what was bad about the multiplayer. Honestly, like, his shit really inspires me to maybe also do something, like, do a video similar to this, but in my own style, like, once every month. Because I've kind of been missing that. I did that when it came to, like, the Warframe question, and I haven't really found anything which I was really happy with until I saw this. I was like, fuck, this is so inspiring. So, honestly, just a guy that makes really cool videos, going over games that he likes, going over games that he doesn't like, just games that he plays. So recently, like, he's just been making, like, some videos about going over Call of Duty World at War, Elden Ring in particular, which is going to be interesting to go over, but also just, like, things that, like, we talk about here on the channel as well, like, what the hell is going on with Battlefield 2042? Why the hell is it so bad? Halo Infinite, I haven't come around to playing it, but yeah, but, you know, like, going over like how broken the Battlefield 2042 beta was, because, like, honestly, we played that here on stream and it was fucking horrendous. Anyway, then he came around to Elden Ring. Elden Ring, I've not played yet. I really want to play. We'll play it at some point. Right now, this week, we're going to be playing Dawn of War, Warhammer 40k. Rahab, I hope I hope you're excited for it, because we're going to be doing it. But I do want to play it. From what I've heard, it's a really, really cool game, and, like, the Souls franchise. And the Souls franchise has definitely been known for being quite hard. And some people have not been liking that. Some people have been, like, shitting on the game. So one of the things, like, one of the videos that theActMan here made was a video called The Worst Elden Ring Hot Takes. And before we get into what this video entailed and why this started off an entire insane saga that really has got, like has got me to lose my faith in YouTube a little bit, I got me worried to the future of this platform. Before we get into that, let's go over, like, some of the chat, because I do also want to catch up with chat. So let's go take a look right here. Let me see here. Let's see. Bro, it's your Twitter feed, and I thought I'd see your take, what you're thinking, what you're concerned about. I love seeing more of you on Twitter. Don't ever feel bad about retweeting or posting about whatever. I appreciate it. I really appreciate that. At the same time, like, I do always want to have, like, a sort of check for myself, right? Because, like, I know that some people would also just, like, throw shit out, and, like, see, there was a time at which, like, I would only use Twitter to, like, post garbage-ass memes and just say good morning every morning. That's garbage content. I want to make sure I have some filtered content. I also want to have it be balanced, right? So, but I appreciate that. I really do. Let's see. Rahab says, feeling malevolent and vengeful. Ooh, what makes you malevolent and vengeful? Is online a place where we're more ourselves or less? Which is allowed, where, and when? Let's see. Honestly, Bill sounded so dumb next to Sindri. He's even worse. Oh, you guys are talking about this stuff. Let me see. Markip says, oh, I am live. Welcome, dude. How's it going? How's it going? You actually did find the stream. So yeah. I think you guys are talking to each other, so I'm just gonna, like, get back to the ActMan situation. Because I think that it's important that we talk about this. So right here we have this channel, as I said, a great channel. Definitely check it out. Watch a couple of his videos, and if you like what he makes, if you like the kind of content he makes, especially focusing around FPS games, which I do kind of cover myself as well. If you are interested in that, watch some of his videos, and if you like it, subscribe in. Otherwise, like, don't. That, like, I don't know. I lost my train of thought there. Let's see. I was actually for once busy doing important stuff. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear that you're prioritizing important stuff over the stream, because that is something which I really, really, really think is important. Don't ever, like, let important stuff like the stream get in the way of, like, what you need to do. So what did I miss? So far we went over like the game SummerFest, so like some of the things that have been coming out that they announced. Especially things I'm interested in is like the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I'm really looking forward to that because that's one of my favorite games of all time. We have the Callisto Protocol, which is kind of like a Dead Space clone sort of thing. I'm really curious as to what that will be, but it's only going to release on December of this year, and I really want to play that in like October for the spooky season. So maybe we'll play that next year spooky season, but that's definitely something which I'm interested in. Furthermore, we have what the hell did I find as well? Some of the things that we jumped on. We have yeah, we have like there's like a Hollow Knight sequel that was coming out. We have One Piece Odyssey, which seems interesting, and maybe Warhammer 40k Darktide. We're gonna be playing the Warhammer universe. Like, we're gonna make a start on that this week, so I'm curious. And if I like that, maybe that was something that we're gonna be going through here. So yeah, that's just some of the announcements that have been going on that we went over. And now we're talking about the TheActMan situation. Might be that I might have to leave because the stream is buggy as hell. Okay, what is going on? What is going on? I haven't heard anyone else having issues. If you guys have issues with the stream, please let me know. I do not see drop frames from on my end. Are you sure that it's like set to like a low setting? Because we do have transcoder, so you can set it to like a lower bitrate sort of thing. It's just his end. Okay, cool. Actually, not cool, but like great to hear that it's like not for everyone. Anyway, let's get back to the TheActMan right here. So as I said, check him out if you're interested. If you're not interested, that's fine. But what happened here? What happened with this guy that like got me worried? That got me so worried as I am right now to like tweet about it and like discuss it quite a bit. So basically, he made this video right here, which is called the worst Elden Ring hot takes, which basically goes over. I will like okay, so it's muted, so that's kind of cool. Which basically goes over some people that that like reacted to Elden Ring in a really funny way. So for instance, you have a lot of these people, every single time one of these Souls game comes out, they're always like, oh man, it's so hard, it is so tough, I can't play it, there needs to be an easy mode. This game that's all about the difficulty and then like intrinsics of like learning the game mechanics is too hard for me. And like he just goes over like some of the reviews that people have made where like one guy like said that this entire game was really fucking bad because basically like what you have here is like the first guy that you run into is an NPC that is friendly. And if you attack him 3 times, like you have to attack him 3 times and he will tell you to stop. But if you don't do that, he will attack back and he will absolutely own the shit out of you. Well, one of these people attacked this guy and then he died. And he said, oh my god, this game is so shit because the first guy just attacks you and you die. It's like those kinds of reviews. He was just kind of making fun of them, reviewing them a little bit. It was just like a video all made in good fun. But what happened then? What happened then after this video? Well, this video also featured a person who I will only mention like as limited as possible as I can because I don't really feel like I should be promoting or like really giving attention to people that are acting, as far as I believe, as bad actors on the platform. So there was this guy right here who is called who has a channel, actually like who cares about his name? This guy right here runs a TV review channel, and what he did was basically like make a video about like Elden Ring, which was not very positive, which is totally okay. Like, you can have a not very positive take on your Elden Ring video, on like a video game. But basically what he did was not only say that the game was bad, but that, like, pretty much if you enjoyed the game, like, you were bad. Like he was pretty much, like, using his dislike of the game to also attack everyone that liked the game as well. It was pretty ridiculous. So, you know, TheActMan makes a video, like covers him in his video, which also covers other YouTubers. It's whatever, right? You know, it's kind of cool. It's a little bit of criticism, which I feel was fair, but at the same time, it was like just covering some of the worst Elden Ring hot takes, which kind of like should have just ended there. But it didn't, because this guy came out and copy striked the video. Now, what do I mean with a copy strike? It just means that he submitted like a DMCA takedown because, like, basically he said, this content is mine, you cannot use my content, I will take down your video. Which is not really the way that this works. It's not really the way that this works. This is why, like, as you can see right now, like, I am not playing the video, I just have it paused in a frame. Like, right now, what I'm doing is I'm commenting on, like, let's say this video right here, and I'm going over, like, hey, you know, like, this is going on with this video. I'm not making a substitute for this video. I'm using some of the parts of this video right here to give you some illustration, to give you some extra context around what's going on. It's a completely, like, great way of fair use in which, like, I'm using some parts of someone else's content to tell you more about what the hell is going on. And that's also what ActMan did with this video. It's a great like example of fair use. If you remember like the old reaction videos from back in the day, like when H3 was still the king of reaction videos, like there was actually a famous court case where like they went over reaction videos like something like this, where, you know, if you use snippets of people's videos and you use them to make a point, you're totally okay with doing that. However, this guy was like, oh, this video infringes on my rights, I'm gonna claim this. And honestly, I think that's really bad. You can have some criticism around like certain videos. You can say that you don't like the take that people do. You can even say like, hey, you know, you misrepresented me, and like, you know, I feel it's kind of unfair. But taking down someone's videos, it's a really bad precedent, because YouTube's copyright system is fucking bad. It basically said like, it basically always sides with someone that makes a claim. If someone makes a claim, the video just gets taken down, the revenue's lost, even if it's like a false claim like this. And that's bad enough when you're like a big YouTuber. So if you look at, for instance, like how bad it is, PewDiePie actually made a song right here. PewDiePie actually made this song right here, Bitch Lasagna, back when he was like, yo, why am I getting Dutch subtitles? That's so cool. He made this song right here. I don't know if it's claimed anymore. Okay, it's not anymore. But this song right here was viewed 300 million times. It was like one of the most like popular like song around like the T-Series versus PewDiePie time. And one thing which is very interesting here is that PewDiePie put here in the description that like it was completely his own song. He made it with like people that he paid for it. He owned the rights to it. And he said, feel free to use this track, it won't be claimed. But what happens then? Someone comes around and just claims the song as their own. It's like they have no rights to it, they just claim it, and they get all the revenue from the song. It's like, if you're a big creator and someone claims your shit, there is very little you can do. However, a lot of times you can at least make sure that your video don't get taken down, your channel doesn't get a strike, you don't get into trouble. Like, you can kind of like stay afloat. However, this guy that put a strike here up to like ActMan's channel also did that with a whole bunch of smaller creators that are like under 1,000 subscribers. In particular, like this, like there was also like this like 70-year-old kid that had like a very small channel who we just like kind of like also dealt these strikes out to. And that was basically like, okay, like a repeating pattern of behavior that this guy would just, whenever there would be videos that he did not like, he would basically just like send out a copy strike. It's like, yeah, you know, enjoy, I'm gonna take down your video because you use clips of me. And that is not the way that we should be acting on a platform. That's like basically like abuse of the copyright system. And that's something which theActMan right here in this video called out. Like, it was a 30-minute video. If you want to know more details about the situation, you can definitely click on that and like learn more about it. But long and short is basically that like you cannot just take down a video, file a DMCA claim, if you don't like a video. Like, you need to have legal grounds to show that there has been an abuse of like, you know, your copyright, which there wasn't. And yeah, like that is something which like is not done, especially if you also do it like against a whole bunch of smaller creators. So that is basically like the thing that started this. Let me catch up with chat, and then we'll move on to like what the hell happened next, because honestly, like, this is already pretty bad. However, when the claim happened, YouTube already very quickly said like, yeah, he doesn't really have any grounds for it, it's okay, we're gonna release a claim. And I think most people that got their videos taken down via like the DMCA claims by this guy actually had their DMCA claims released, which honestly should have almost been the end of it. But let me catch up with chat here. Also, I feel like I'm getting dark, like the camera's going dark quite a lot. I don't know why. Let me see. I'm driving, so I'm losing connections. Well, I myself am not driving. Okay, I'm glad to hear that you yourself are not driving. Please do not watch the stream while driving, or at least only listen to it. I do not want you guys to be distracted while driving while I'm streaming, because, like, yeah, please make sure you have your good folks on the road. Let me see here. Well, I'm gonna disappear. Bro, I didn't have a driver's license. Never have one or had a need to get one. Let's see. Have they ever played any of the Souls game? Dark Souls, Bloodborne, or Sekiro? Free use only covers non-monetized content. No. Free use, like fair use, basically covers like all copyrighted content. So if someone owns content but still allows people to like use it for free, I mean, like, it's more of a like weird case sort of thing, because honestly, like, if you allow people to use it for free, then basically like you already have a situation where like, why would there be a copyright issue? However, I don't think that necessarily like whether like the content is paid or not paid is very all that important. It's just like, it's just in the same way that if you own something, like, there are rights towards that, and that's the same way when it comes to copyright. Though then again, I'm not a lawyer, so I'm pretty sure the law grants full creative license for content made by a creator. In other words, the creator has full say over what their works are used for. They don't need a revoke. They don't have a need for revoking permission. Let's see, how many original song creators fell to the system? That's actually illegal in a sense. It's like I strike a news reporting for reporting the news. Let me see what you're saying here. I'm pretty sure that the law grants full creative license. They don't need a reason for revoking. Yeah, I'd like. It depends. I think it depends. Then again, I'm not a copyright lawyer, but I would believe, or I think, that it would depend on the situation, because let's say that you have a piece of content, right? Let's say I have a piece of content right here, which would be, let me see here. Here, I would have a piece of content right here, like this video, okay? Let's say that this video that I paid for a license to use this thing, just like I have, like the music you're hearing right now is like Monster Cat music. I paid a license to like be able to use this music. I feel like it's probably because it's like picking up on something in the background here. Maybe if I zoom it in, it will pick up on my face. I'm not quite sure, but we're just gonna see. So if I paid a license for this, then we have contractually agreed that I can use this, and they cannot like revoke this. They cannot revoke like my right to be using it unless there's like a breach of contract. However, I think as long as like the works that were made under the contract, as long as the contract has been abided by for the license that I paid for, I don't think that they can revoke my right to use it, because it's a contract. It's in the same way that if I buy something, like it's mine. If it's a free contract like Creative Commons, as far as I'm aware, cannot be revoked. So if someone has stated that my work is free to use, like you have Creative Commons over it and people are free to use this, with the Creative Commons restrictions, then as far as I'm aware, according to like that legal license, it should not be able to be revoked. At the same time, I've also seen that Creative Commons licenses have been revoked, which is weird. I don't really get that, but again, I'm not a lawyer. So that's the way that I see it. Let's see. At least that's what I remember from my law studying days. That depends entirely on the contract. If they have agreed that they can, then they can. Yeah. So, as any media cover this situation, not as far as I'm aware. So, but anyway, like as far as it works generally in YouTube, is that like there has been like the court case Klein versus it was like H3 versus someone like just look for like the H3 lawsuit. There was a lawsuit actually that occurred a few years back over a reaction video that H3 did over another YouTube video, where basically they took that YouTube video and they took clips from it and then they reacted to those things, and like they made a video describing like what was bad about that video basically, and they won that case because basically like the uses for fair like the case for fair use, especially in America, which is like a lot of what YouTube is based on, centers around just being able like not creating a market substitute and like using the content that you use for a specific purpose to make a point or to illustrate something. So that is how YouTube fair use is often used. That said, if there's still like a gray area there's very much a gray area there. That doesn't really matter in this case because like the entire copyright form was completely wrongly filled in. But again, if you want to have more details on the situation, like more in depth, there's a video right here. I'm not gonna like regurgitate all the details because honestly, I don't know necessarily like all the details on the top of my head that I can immediately say like, hey, this is exactly like the way that like he infringed this law or infringed that law, because this is quite a big saga and I have read up on it. But then again, like I'm not going through it, so like I'm not ready to be like, oh man, I know exactly literally every like law and every like detail of the law. Afim says it does depend on the Creative Commons license because there are many. Some Creative Commons does fully take away any control you have over your stuff. However, this does not mean anyone can claim it within its 20-year period. Yeah, I've just seen that like a lot of my some of my Creative Commons songs have been claimed on YouTube, which could have been a malicious claim, but then again, like I don't want to run that risk. So that's basically why I've stayed away from it. Depends on the TOS. Anything you can do on the platform can be restricted, disabled, or removed with or without reason. To the extent purchasing is irrelevant, you were legally not allowed to duplicate CDs, for example. Yeah, I mean, like, that was a breach of, like, the license there. But, like, I'm more talking about when I'm talking about a paid license, I'm talking about, like, a a broadcasting license. It's not like I'm buying the song. Like it's not like I pay for Spotify and that's why I can play it. I'm more like I'm paying for the broadcasting license. And I think that there is more like, but anyway, like broadcasting license wasn't really a case here because it's more of a like a fair use case of using a content under fair use. Just in the same way that you can analyze a movie, for instance, or analyze certain scenes of a TV series, and that would still fall under fair use because you're using certain instances, you're using small clips of it, not to create a market substitute, but you're using that to illustrate a point and in a larger essay around like what you're trying to tell. Regardless, where did we leave off? Anyway, so where we left off was right here. The Quantum guy basically struck a whole bunch of channels, like pretty much like with false copyright claims, which already was bad enough. Like on YouTube, that's pretty much like in the community's eyes not done, because basically if this is going to be the person that's going to be set, where basically everyone that has a video made on them which they don't like, if they just like copy claim every single video that they don't like, then we're going to be in a very, very hostile environment, especially with how bad YouTube system is. However, this guy was even worse. Because as ActMan was digging into him a little bit to like figure out like what the hell has been going on, this guy has not only just been bannifating, because he's been banned, he's allegedly been banned before on like a YouTube channel. He's also known for starting a whole bunch of drama of like more channels. But beyond that, he has some very interesting takes on certain groups of people. Especially when it comes to like people that aren't entirely straight. He does not like them. He has some really bad takes about them, which I don't think Twitch will like me if I regurgitate them. But let's just say that if you look at the tweets that he allegedly put out very consistently, he has not been a very shiny example of what you'd call brand friendly or overall like very friendly, which was very concerning, especially seeing how like YouTube like prides itself so much on being against harassment, being against being for protecting protected groups, being for like, you know, a safe environment. Having like a guy that's been bannifating, that's like abusing copyright claims against other creators, that's stirring up drama, and that has like very, very, very bad takes, and continues to present those for like years on end. That is something that's quite worrying. So that's something that theActMan pointed out, like, hey, this shit is going on. On like right now within like the YouTube community, this guy is not really being a very good player, and maybe this is something that we would want to look into, that YouTube should look into, because it's actually like upsetting the community. Bit ironic coming from ActMan. To be honest, like from what I've seen with theActMan, he seems to be a pretty like he seems like he does not seem to be all that bad to me. Like theActMan sure has crude humor, but I mean, like I've crude humor as well. But like we're not wishing for more people to die in terrorist attacks, basically, and that like those are different claims. Like I'm totally fine for edgy humor. I'm totally fine for, you know, like using things in an ironic sense, which maybe some people can get offended by some jokes. I don't mind. It's like, hey, you know, if you don't like the jokes I'm telling, then, you know, there's so many other streamers or so many other creators or so many other people out there. You don't have to watch that. However, when you're, However, when you're out there and you're actually wishing more people had died in a certain terrorist attack, then that is a whole different case. Anyway, regardless, ActMan puts it out. He just makes he just makes this video covering like the situation where it's like, hey, you know, this guy is not like right now he's like taking down other YouTubers, things. He's doing a whole bunch of bad things. I just want to make a video covering this because, you know, I feel like we should speak up about that. That's all the video was. However, what happened then made this thing like a lot more serious. So he puts out this video. 45 minutes later, this guy calls his mother. Can you imagine that, like, you'd see a video being made of you and you go and like hunt for this person for this person's personal information and call up their families and then tweet about that you have all their private information, you know where they live, you've called their their mother, you've texted their like family members. Like, bro, that shit is not cool. So this guy basically like doxed like theActMan, which honestly is very worrisome. I felt like that is something that we as YouTube have, or like as Twitch, or like as a online community, have kind of moved past. Back from like we've moved past the days of doxing, but seems like it's still going on. So theActMan called that out. Like YouTube has did their research 3 times into him and said that yeah, there's nothing going on, it's totally fine. To which basically like theActMan made another video talking about like how this is actually like a pretty bad precedent, that YouTube says that ban and fading is totally fine. You're totally fine with doxing people, and you're totally fine with, you know, sharing pretty hateful things around. Which was a video that he made, which like where he made this case that that should not be allowed in the YouTube community, which, hey, you know, like fine. However, in response to that, YouTube decided to take down that video for nudity because fuck, they had to find some sort of reason, and it decided to demonetize his entire channel because he made some tweets where he said where he was kind of like ironically playing on the fact that YouTube did nothing about like people that were doxing him, people that were like harassing him or harassing his family members. He just makes some like ironic tweets about those, and then his entire channel got like demonetized. He had a couple of his videos like age restricted for like no clear reason, and it kind of like right now sets this precedent that if you're out here like and you're calling out YouTube for like basically allowing certain like bad behavior to exist on the platform, then like they'll go after you. They'll take down your channel. They'll take away your monetization. They'll take away, you know, like they'll take down your videos, calling YouTube out, and they'll also like age restrict your videos. So that to me has been really weird. This again is ironic considering theActMan threatened to dox YouTube staff. Rahab, I hope that you're satirical. Like I hope that you're saying that as a meme, because honestly, like people like that shit. Like let me go pull up those tweets, because honestly, it was like it was the least context aware thing that YouTube has ever done. Let me go pull up the tweets that were going on right here. So like these were the tweets that in fact quote unquote like made YouTube demonetize what's it called? Yeah, his entire channel. These were the tweets right here. So if we go over them, if we read them, can I zoom in on this? I do not think I can zoom in on this. Anyway, it says like I'll just read it out like this. Like these tweets have only been around for a couple of hours. From what I've seen for his political stance, I wouldn't call them openly bigoted, but he definitely aligns on the side of those who are. I mean, I'm not gonna judge people on their political stance. Like, seriously, like just keep politics out of it, I feel. But yeah, anyway, like this is the tweet that he got taken out, that he got taken down for, or that like YouTube removed his like monetization for, which said, "I'm excited to announce a new series of videos I'll be making on YouTube called Doxxing Adventures with theActMan. In it, I'll be doxing and harassing the family members of YouTube employees and other content creators. It's sure to have lots of family fun, ha ha ha." It's like, with YouTube's new policy changes that allow doxing and invasion of privacy, I'm fully allowed to make these videos. Please stay tuned for this new generation of advertiser-friendly content. It's like, if I cannot believe that someone can read this and see this in a serious light. Like, I'm just blown away by this. Like, this right here is a guy who, honestly, like, I don't know, like, what it must feel like if there are people out there, like, it wasn't just, like, this guy, this YouTuber that he was having beef with. There were, like, a lot of people also, like, that were in this guy, that were calling his family, that were calling, like, his mother, and so on, and, like, I don't know, like, what it must feel like to have people, like, know where you live, like, know who your family members are, and you don't know, like, what the internet might do. So I can very much understand that at this situation, you're pretty much, like, distressed, where it's like, holy fucking shit, like, we don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know what the fuck is gonna be going on with, like, this situation. How the fuck is this even allowed? And you reach out to YouTube, and YouTube is like, we conducted 3 investigations into this guy that, like, is doxing you, that's harassing you, yeah, we see no problem with this. If I be in that situation, like, I can understand, like, it's not a smart move, and this is also what I say with, like, this is why, like, I always want to, like, be very careful with what I post on Twitter, because Twitter doesn't pay me anything. Twitter is just for fun. So I want to make sure that my tweets are never too negative. This is also why I don't really discuss drama that much, because I feel like if I discuss drama, it's like, what good is it gonna do? However, like as you can see right here, this is just like these tweets were just made in frustration. Just in the same sense that like I would have probably made a tweet like, oh my god, Bara has such great items in his inventory this week. Oh, Warframe is so great with their latest releases. Like they're so on point with their release schedule. It's like it's super just like coming from a place of frustration and totally meant to show the ridiculousness of the situation. Where it's like this shit makes no sense. It's like, how the hell is YouTube okay with like doxing happening and like harassment happening of like creators' families? But I guess they are, so hey, you know, look at this. We can just do this right now. Banifation, we can just do this right now. Obviously, it's very clearly satire. It's very clearly that like, he doesn't, like, he's not intending, like, he was also making these things right here. Feeling spontaneous, might use my YouTube channel to promote hate speech that advocates for violence against protected groups. Luckily, YouTube is a perfect place for someone like me. It's like, feeling cute, might copy strike some other YouTube channels for funsies. It's like that sort of thing. It's like it's the same shit as where it was like Susan saying like the thing that we did with like Susan Wojcicki, where it was like when the demonetization thing happens, like, oh, feeling cute, might delete a channel later, that sort of stuff. I'm not bringing up the political side simply for the sake of attacking him. Within that context, satire has been used extensively as a defense to push things that are not jokes. In this particular instance, I don't think it's serious, but if it wasn't, I would not be surprised. See, I think that you're, like, in this case, like, let me see how I phrase this. The thing which I feel here, Rahab, is that, like, I've been watching this guy for a couple of months. I'm not that familiar with him, but I am familiar enough with him that I don't feel that he has, like, he is promoting as extreme stance as like what you're as like what you've seen. Like I've definitely seen people like say, "Oh man, it's satire," while they're saying absolutely horrendous shit. This guy doesn't, like, I would not align with that. I think it would be very unfair to align him with this, with like these kind of like more extreme people. So I think that like it's like you have to give him the benefit of the doubt here, because I know that like you're not aware of like you're not very familiar with him. I don't know him personally either, so like I think that in this case, like, it's a very clearly a satire tweet to me. And there's also the idea that YouTube protects minorities is a massive joke. Seeing how they advertise it and seeing how they're also like taking, like, they are like YouTube is so much messed up. So like overall, like I think that at the end of the day, this situation would be fine, but it just goes to show that like YouTube overall is just a giant fucking shit show. I've watched theActMan quite a few times over the last few years, Retro says, and this is his sense of humor. He constantly tries to be sarcastic. Yeah, like I mean like theActMan is, what's it called, like I'd say that like some people would consider his humor like to be like a little bit sarcastic, or like maybe sometimes a little bit edgy, but I don't find him to be any way like crude or even extremist. Like the thing which I would say is like if you put it on a scale of what's it called, like here we go, of like Linus Tech Tips to Filthy Frank sort of thing, it's like he'd probably be like more over here, where like sometimes like, you know, like he'll be saying like he'll be more edgy sort of thing, but he's not at a Filthy Frank level, he's not at a Levy level, he's not at an iDubbbz level. He's just a guy that came out of the FPS days, and he refused games just like people used to do. And I do quite like that, actually, personally. I think it would be very unfair to align him with, yeah. A specified alliance for a reason. Let's see. I'm not, but I'm very aware of reactionary content and what its political implications are. Of course, not every single creator in that sphere is extreme, but I never said they were. iDubbbz lost his edge, though. He did. Is that any more edgy than someone like Thanos Gaming? Yeah. So, like, to me, like, what do I want to say? So like that. Was Leafy so edgy before he got permabanned on YouTube and Twitch? I don't know. So like to me, I feel like we've lost quite an important part of what made YouTube YouTube, or like what made social media. Because from my point of view, I think that intent is very important. What do you intend to do? What do you intend to put out? So if I look at, for instance, Filthy Frank, if I look at, for instance, Leafy, if I look at, for instance, like at iDubbbz, or like edgy YouTubers, I think that a lot of them, like the way that YouTube has clamped down on certain things has been like bad in my eyes. Like I think like Leafy has definitely had its had its time where he was being pretty much a cyberbully, which was unwarranted against a whole bunch of channels. But if you look at like the latest videos that he put out, yeah, they were kind of like going in hard on like the Pokemon situation, but like, was it harassment? Was it cyberbullying? It's like, not really. If I look at like the content cups that what's it called, like iDubbbz made, it's like in my the way that I see that, those things are totally okay. It's like even like iDubbbz used to use iDubbbz also used colorful language, but it was never meant to like talk someone down and shit. It was always just meant to be like the channel joke, and like I can appreciate that sort of thing. The thing which I feel is like things right now are just being banned for the sake of it being like close to it being a bad word, close to it being like a bad form of language. It's more and more becoming like the TV sphere where everything has to be censored and everything has to be bleeped out, and I don't like that. That's also why, like, at the end when Leafy did get banned, I actually was subscribed to his channel, because like I do feel personally that like when there are channels where I may not be the biggest fan of initially, if YouTube is clamping down on the on that sort of shit, seeing how they remove like the Cake Trilogy with Filthy Frank, like I fucking hate that, man. Seeing how like Cult Ones, for instance, has to like censor like the words that they say at the start, because otherwise YouTube will strike down their videos sort of thing. It's like, yeah, like I will align a little bit more with the creators that are being pushed off, because I do very much value the freedom that creators have to create. I hate that like PewDiePie, for instance, like has to like throw in like beeps and boops or so in his videos to like censor their videos, because oh my god, otherwise I won't get advertiser friendly sort of thing. I don't like that. Like, it's like I don't like YouTube turning more into DeFi, but that's just an entirely different situation. That's also why like I always find it difficult to discuss this on like a live stream, because one of the things which I do have with a live stream is that like there's input from chat, there's like multiple things going on in my mind. So yeah. Notice that YouTube doesn't allow pornography on their side. Meanwhile, you could look up a story of like joking or naked yoga. Yeah, YouTube's rules have always been fucking ridiculous. Like they're not good with following up on their own shit. But yeah, where were we? Where were we with like the Ackman saga? I think like we've kind of been around. As much as I may not like some of Pokemon's views, I do feel like the excessive amount of videos talking about their appearance was a tad bit overboard. Yeah, like it may have been a bit overboard. Like personally, I would have never have made that many videos. It was literally like milking the cow dry. Like he was having this one thing that people were jumping on sort of thing. But at the same time, just like a channel ban without any explanation was fucking hard, dude. Like that shit was insane. And also like immediately the ban on Twitch and the ban on like Twitter. Actually, I don't know if he got a ban on Twitter, but he got a ban on Twitch also for something which, like, there just weren't any reasons given, which just felt like it was, like, basically ban first and then give reasons later. But it's like, that Leafy situation was weird as well. But anyway. Regardless. What I want to still say about the Eggman stuff, because, like, honestly, like, I think we've gone over a whole bunch of things around it. I don't know if I've given like the best summary, because honestly, I'm not good at this shit. It's like the first time I'm discussing this, because like the thing that to me stands out to hear the most is just the fact that like calling out something which is very clearly like wrong, calling out someone who is like abusing the copyright system against a whole bunch of other creators, calling out someone who is benefiting, calling out someone who is like harassing people like on their associated accounts, on a platform that is taking down creators because they're like, oh man, they're not safe enough. If YouTube wants to be such a like safe space, then that's okay, you know, if that's what they want to do. But then, like, you shouldn't allow this shit. However, not only like do they like allow this shit to continue, which like I mean like cool, like if you want to allow it to continue, fine, I guess, if that's what you want to do. Like, you're fucking confusing as fuck, just in the same way that you promote like, oh yeah, we're protecting minorities and our like pride months, that sort of shit. But then like ultimately, like at the same time, we're also keeping them down because, oh my god, if anyone talks about like shit that seems like it may not please our worldwide audiences, oh man, then like we will never promote it. It's like, get the fuck out of here, man. YouTube is like very fucking confusing. But the moment that like you call it out and then YouTube goes after your channel for nudity in a video where there's absolutely no nudity, if YouTube takes down your channel for like satirical, frustrated tweets about someone feeling like they're actually in danger because of like what YouTube continues to allow, like I get worried. Just in the same way as I was when I saw Cole's channel just get banned. Cole actually did get hacked, and that's why his channel got banned. But when I first saw it, I thought it was like, maybe it's like Warframe porn video, maybe it's like the what's it called, the baby borrow videos. If Cole's channel gets banned at like that size, and he has no recourse for getting it back, what kind of recourse do I have? And that's something that just gets me worried about, like what kind of like precedence does this set for like the YouTube platform, especially when it comes to like ActMan's videos, which overall are just like very fucking okay, like video game reviews. Maybe they're a little bit edgy, but like definitely like not like edgy to a point where I would say that they will fall for anyway close to like being in danger by the YouTube COS. And if they were to fall in like in danger with YouTube COS, then the YouTube COS has just become like mainstream TV, and I will not watch YouTube anymore. Holy fucking shit. Yeah, imagine getting your video taken down for nudity when there's a bikini in like GTA, but then when you're allowed to breastfeed with full exposure. Yeah, like YouTube has always been weird. And I think that this just highlights it again. So that's kind of like the ActMan situation. Let me just go over here real quickly to catch up. If there's anything that I have missed. Because honestly, like I do always feel like I'm doing a bad job at this on stream. First of all, because I never discussed this sort of thing. And I do feel like I had to say something. Because it has been occupying my my mind quite a bit. YouTube and Twitch both have really bizarre double sevens. They definitely do. Twitch, I thought that this was only in Twitch's domain. So Twitch definitely has a very, what's it called, like personal standard. So like I've gotten a channel partnered for just knowing people. I've gotten like from page for just knowing people. Like that shit is weird, right? Like why would Twitch like give people benefits just knowing people? At the same time, what you also see with Twitch is that they'll ban people for the same offense that other people will just get away scot-free. Like you also had this entire like watching series sort of thing, this entire like shit where people were watching like anime series, where people were watching like Kitchen Nightmares, that sort of stuff, and that wasn't a front page of Twitch. Like you can't tell me that no Twitch moderators were watching that, but like they were totally fine with it. And like YouTube is, at least I always thought, was a little bit more consistent with like how their algorithm, which may have been sometimes a little more restrictive and sometimes very wrong, but like at least it was like, oh, the algorithm took it down, but we're not gonna ban you because we feel like we have a grudge against you. And this does feel like Twitch's way. I mean, all of these arguments for being lax on content could be applied to the phone call to his mother. I definitely don't agree with it, but this kind of deliberate fakeness could easily be passed off as a joke, like epic prank. Actually, like the entire conversation is out there. I didn't personally listen to it, but it's kind of like, from what I've heard, it's like, what he said was, hey, like this is just me like transcribing from like what I've heard from like the ActMan talk about the phone call. I don't really feel interested in like listening to someone call someone's mother, but basically the thing was, like he called his mother to get in touch with him because he didn't want anyone to get killed. Okay, if I were to have anyone from a YouTube viewer, a Twitch viewer, a YouTube creator, or a Twitch creator, anyone from online that I don't know, call any one of my family members and then tell me that, hey, I want to speak with you, well, I want to speak with him, just so that no one gets killed, I would be fucking upset. I would take that fucking seriously. I'd go to the police and I'd make sure that like they'd stay the fuck away. That's not an epic prank. That is not a joke. That is something which like I would definitely take up as a friend. That's a very important detail because that is a friend. Yeah, like I think this is why I normally don't like. I probably shouldn't be doing this for streams, but like I don't really want to make a video about this. So I kind of like wanted to talk about it at least. But like this is the first time I'm discussing some sort of like drama thing because I think it's kind of important. And I don't know if I'll do it going forward, but yeah, like that was like that wasn't like that was literally like something that was going on there. But yeah, like I'm done seeing that like if you get that and then you put out these tweets where it's like get the fuck out, like yeah, man. However, that kind of thing is defended as a joke. That's precisely why I'm wary of reactionaries. So yeah, anyway, so yeah, well, what we have here, the channel got demonetized. Let me just like watch his feed right here, very quickly. Let me see the timeline because I think he tweeted about it. Let me see. Did I miss anything? So yeah, this is like the video he made, like showing via like YouTube's guidelines, community guidelines, how he like went like how he breached like external links, hate speech, cyberbullying, bad innovation, copyright abuse, harmful, dangerous content policies, child safety, spam. Like that was the video he made. Then they had like a video will be going over, but then let me see. Then YouTube, like he already knew here that YouTube sided with him, but he didn't want to throw that out there until he had this video ready. Let me see here. And then here the video was taken down for nudity and sexual content, which was reviewed within like 30 minutes, even though like the video is like 15 minutes long. Then videos were age restricted, even though they're just general reviews of like general games. Let me see here. Yeah, I think I've covered this, where he actually wanted to take a step back because of, yeah, what the hell was going on there. Then it was like, yeah, the YouTube partner program, like he already was sold, like, we're gonna demonetize you. Then, yeah, I think we went over this pretty much. I think that overall, like, oh wait, you guys couldn't see that. Fuck. Yeah, I think overall, like, I've seen a lot of drama between creators. I've never seen creators like actually like reach out to people's families, telling them like, I don't want anyone to get killed. I've never seen like cases of like copyright abuse like this, where I'm like, man, of like copy claims abuse, where I'm like, fuck, man, like, should be allowed. And then have someone who calls it out just be like taken down by YouTube. Obviously, there's always like some gray areas in these cases, which I like. I may have glossed over it a little bit because like this is the first like I'm kind of trying to make sure that I get everything on the timeline. And overall, like there are certain things where I personally am pretty much against like putting out drama videos. I'm personally like, I would not necessarily make a collab video, especially if I have a YouTube partner person. I don't know. Like, if I have like a person that works at YouTube that I can talk behind the scenes, like I'd much rather solve this behind the scenes. But some people feel like they have to make a video to call that out, and I wouldn't personally necessarily do that. I would personally not necessarily like tweet a whole bunch of people. I would also like, I'm personally also a lot more safe or cautious when it comes to like getting my personal info out there, in the sense that I feel like I'm more protected against the doxing sort of thing. I feel like he's done some things which kind of like left him exposed more, which doesn't mean that people should have any right to be doxing him, but that's something you have to be fucking wary of. And yeah, like certain things like call it like antagonizing certain people will actually like get them and their fans to respond negatively towards you. That said, I don't think like anything that he has done has deserved the negative reaction that he has gotten from the Quantum side, nor has, you know, the YouTube actions to like completely not act against like this person that's breaking a lot of guidelines, and then like actually like take action against this guy who's speaking out about it. So that gets me a little bit worried. To me, it feels very clear that if you look at it from just like an objective situation, that the actions that are taken towards the Actman are way too harsh. compared to like what's being taken against like someone who is actually like breaching these guidelines. Is that everything? I'm pretty bad with summarizing this shit. But I do feel that like most of that is like everything of that situation. To me, like it just goes to show that no matter whether you are a creator with 1.5 million subscribers, whether you're a creator with like 100 million subscribers, or whether you're a creator with like less than 100 subscribers, you are never going to be able to really protect your channel from YouTube shenanigans, especially not when it comes to demonetization or taking down videos. So what does it mean for the platform itself? Honestly, I already have very little faith in the platform. I have very little faith in YouTube, seeing how they remove dislikes, seeing how they're like continuously making the platform less and less of what it used to be. Remember back in the days when we could all enjoy Rewind because it like showed us what YouTube was like, and now YouTube has canceled Rewind because it can't even like show it like align itself with its community anymore. So to me, like I'm planning things out to make sure that what's it called? To make sure that I will not be as dependent on YouTube. I will always keep on posting on YouTube as long as I can, but if there ever comes a time in which I can't, obviously like one of the things that I have done earlier this year already is put everything that I've done ever made on my Twitch channel right here. Now this is showing an ad. Can I go to videos here, /videos? Here we go. So if you ever if you don't feel like using YouTube, or you cannot use YouTube because I'm not on YouTube anymore, all my videos that I've ever made are gonna be right here on Twitch. They'll always continue to be here on Twitch. But what I'm also gonna be doing over the summer when I have a little bit more time is gonna be making sure that everything here is uploaded to Odyssey. Odyssey right here is a like YouTube alternative, which I would definitely recommend that people that have YouTube channels that are posting on here, like please back up your channel on Odyssey as well. It's a very simple connection, which I've already done, where you know you log in, basically it syncs up like all your videos over to here. So if we go here to Post Malone, for instance, like you can see right here is that Post Malone right here also has the latest like Halo, Harassing West, like these videos right here. It has all the videos that I also put out on the main channel. They're also going to be here. So if YouTube ever takes something down, if YouTube ever goes after my channel for whatever reason, I do not plan to upset YouTube, but at the same time I do always intend to like be me. So if YouTube ever like goes after me, then bada bing bada boom, here we go. So that is where you can always find my content. Now, when it comes to monetization, I do actually want to go talk about that because there are some things which are going to be which I'm going to be changing actually this week already. Because like YouTube, like I have never made any money from YouTube. I've made some money from Twitch, never from YouTube though. And I feel like a lot of people are relying on YouTube monetization or YouTube ads or Twitch ads to pay their content. And I think that's a very bad thing to rely upon. I've heard from people that, oh my God, it can make me so much money. I've heard figures from like hundreds of thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars like a month to like less than $1,000 a month from very big channels. I do not know where the numbers lie. I do not know what's normal to make on YouTube. The only thing I've ever made on YouTube is 4 cents over my entire YouTube career. And like I will never see that because 4 cents is not something they pay out. So to me, I have never done YouTube for money, like not for like the monetization money. But if I do want to be able to continue to make videos, especially in the future, then I will need to have some sort of monetization model, and I will actually be discussing this right now. I kind of want to like bring you up to speed as to like what I'm planning, and some things that I'm actually going to be introducing this week already, because hey, you know, I think it's good to get started with some things initially, especially with this, where it just goes to show how like fragile your YouTube safety can be. Let me see here. Villager, how's it go? How are you doing? Ivor Bar Pie, enjoy. Let me see. Did you hear our Twitch is going to start taking 50% of all subs? That's fucking stupid. Why Twitch? I can't read that, Mudkip. That is like so many words. I can't make out what the original words were supposed to be. So actually, like, I've heard about that. Let me clarify a little bit of what's going on with that. So what is going on with Twitch taking 50% of all subs? Let me see how I'll phrase this. So Twitch has announced that they will start taking 50% of all partners' subscriptions. So that means that if you are paying $5 for a monthly subscription on Twitch, the partner creator will only get $2.50 from that subscription. that is something which is absolutely nothing new for about 70 to 80% of the platform. Right now, I'm a Twitch affiliate, so if you subscribe to me, I only get half of that money. That has always been the case. That has always been the case from like the start of Twitch to like ever since I become affiliate to right now. If you put $5 down on Twitch for a subscription, or $10 or like 25, I will only see half of that. That's the way Twitch works for affiliates and for most partners. The only thing that has been the case so far is that Twitch you can if you acquire Twitch partnership, which I have only with one channel, not with this channel right here, but if you acquire Twitch partnership and you have a certain amount of subscribers, which isn't necessarily very clear which amount it is, but if you have a certain amount of subscribers, you can actually go to your partner manager and negotiate a better rate. Some people have gotten a 90-10% cut, some people have gotten a 70-30% cut, but that was basically the case. If you're an affiliate or a partner, you will always get a half of the subscriptions that people subscribe to. If people subscribe to you, you get half. However, if you manage to get lucky to know when to speak out and know when to speak to the right people, and the people want to grant you something, you can actually get a better cut, which was a 70-30 cut or a 90-10 cut, as far as I've heard from people around me. So it was always like a really bit of a weird system in the way that it worked. So what they're doing now is they're just basically saying, we're just going to go for one size fits all, everyone's going to have 50-50. Which honestly sounds pretty bad. If you hear about that, that's a really bad rate. That said, I think YouTube does a 7, I don't know, YouTube might also do a pretty bad thing for super chats. It's overall these platforms do take a cut, which does tend to be quite a large cut. In Twitch's case, for subscriptions, it is 50%, and for their ads, the ad revenue is even worse. That's just the way that Twitch can monetize, because live streaming is very expensive to keep up, to make available to everyone in the world, and they basically have the monopoly. Because you could go to YouTube, and I'd say that for YouTube, maybe YouTube is a better fit for me when it comes to live streaming, because YouTube does better in live streaming to people that are already subscribed to you. But for discoverability, it's really fucking bad. So Twitch basically is the one and only live streaming platform. They can demand any cut that they want, and they're taking a 50% cut, which, if that's what they want to do, that is what they're going to do. Demand money from all your viewers personally. Damn. Michel doesn't know Danish. Good, not worth learning. I don't think that's how Danish works, but here we are. Can you just use English? I mean, if I know it's Danish, then I can actually then I can actually make then let's see. Then I Danish is somewhat similar to Dutch, but I've not been exposed to it a lot. I've only been in Denmark once in my life. So but yeah, so that's going on with Twitch. Twitch is saying the 50% cut from your streamers, and it used to be 70 to 90% of the streamers that you watched. Now it's going to be all your streamers, so that's what the controversy is about. It's a big take, but at the same time, I don't think it's that big an issue as people make it out to be, because for most people on Twitch, that's always already been the case. So it's not for me, nothing changes. For most people, nothing changes. It's only for the people that actually manage to negotiate a better contract with them, they're going to go down in the things that they earn. So that actually brings me to what do I want to do going forward, because we're talking about Twitch subscriptions because it comes to monetizing the channel, and the future of the channel, and especially in the current online climate. So as we're seeing right now with the ActMan situation, is basically the ongoing trend which has been going on with YouTube and Twitch over the years, is that basically the online space is a very unstable space, very much so when it comes to being able to be sure that your channel will still exist from today to tomorrow. Even channels that I feel would relatively be safe can be taken down. It has been shown by both YouTube and Twitch, and YouTube and Twitch are also continuously changing their what they allow, taking down things which previously were totally okay, which they put on trending, and now they're just taking down because it doesn't align with their current values anymore. Now, there are a lot of things which I think are okay that they do. There are also some things which I don't like. However, I don't really mind. However, I will say that if there is something that ever happens where they are gonna change the guidelines or change their terms, where it will overlap with my sense of values, where it will overlap with my morals will always win. So I will not I will not be adjusting my content based on what YouTube or Twitch or any other platform fucking wants, because I want to be making the things that I want to make. If you have any doubts as to like whether I am so committed to my morals, whether I would give up YouTube or Twitch or any of these platforms or any ideas for monetization, if you think that I would, like, if you're doubt whether I would do that, just note that I've had multiple offers to grow my channel tremendously, to be guided to partner, to make certain types of content or follow certain paths that would infinitely like grow the channel beyond what it is right now. Like I've been offered chances to follow certain footsteps, or follow certain things that would make my channel grow and would make me earn a lot more money than I earn right now. As I said, I've never earned any money from YouTube in this last 7 years that I've done this. I've only earned about $2,000 from Twitch over the past 7 years that I've done this. It's not even minimum wage. I'm not making anything really meaningful out of this. The reason why I've always denied that is because I want to do things my way. I will not be doing things that other people will tell me is a better way if it compromises on what I believe in. And that's the same way when it comes to YouTube or Twitch. I will never fucking compromise. So, what does that mean? Well, as we see right now with YouTube and Twitch, like so far it's been totally fine. Like we do see things which have been changing a bit, but like overall, I mean, I do really miss that like the cake series, the cake strategy is taken down, that the vomit cake, like, or the hair cake has been taken away because it was too vulgar. That is something which I don't like, but I mean, I'm not making vomit content. I would never do that, and I'm not necessarily making drama content. I'm not really making call-out content, which could be which could be seen as what's it called, as call-out content or harassing content. Because honestly, like, I'm not out here to like go after people. I'm not here to like go out and like stir up drama, because I just want to have fun. I just want to like do my piece. I just want to share my love for gaming or technology, or just hanging out with you guys. That's what I think is important. And I feel that if there's any problem that anyone has with me, or if there's any problem that I have with anyone, I'll just like deal with that behind the scenes. And if I can't deal with that behind the scenes, I will not bring it into my content, because I don't think it's worth mentioning. That said, as we're seeing, is like it's always going to be it's still very shaky. So what I'm doing right now is, first of all, like, I will always make sure that content is available. As I said before, right, what you can do right now is you can find my content on YouTube, on Twitch, and partly on Odyssey. Odyssey has some content. It's not got everything, but I will, over time, at the end of the year, I'll make sure that Odyssey has everything. If ever one of these channels falls away, if Twitch ever falls away, I'll be streaming on YouTube. If YouTube ever falls away, I'll be posting my videos to Twitch and Odyssey. If YouTube and Twitch ever fall away, I'll be posting videos and streams on Odyssey, hopefully, if that platform allows it, and otherwise I'll just be making them available for Discord, or I'll like start hosting my own website and I'll be putting them out for that. That is that's been my plan, to like spread out over as many platforms as possible to make sure that the content is always available if you want to watch it. But how do you monetize it? That is like the thing that I've been wondering about, and that's just something which I've never been wanting to wonder about, because I've always felt like if I at least just like make sure that content is the most consistent, the best it can be, and like I'm happy with it, if I only can figure out that, maybe by that time the monetization problem will have figured itself out, and like I will not have to worry about it. Because it seems like a lot of people, when they make it to a certain point, they don't have to worry about it, so maybe I don't have to think about it. Seeing though how a channel can just be entirely banned in the case of Leafy, entirely demonetized in the case of theActMan, or like in the case of Totally Not Marked, just entirely be taken out by DMCA claims, which also throws the channel in jeopardy. I do think I have been thinking more and more about what to do with monetization, because I don't think that relying on YouTube's monetization or Twitch's monetization is a healthy form. What I've been coming up with, I'll tell you in a moment, because I'm now going to read some chat. Let me see. I think I want to know how this language works when I'm Danish, but I can't. But I don't want to sometimes. Second quote is for you. But why would chat need to have a personal translation? Nah, I just asked for help from a Danish friend since I wanted to know, you know, as if I want to know a language that I can speak fluently. Hey, you're putting in like Danish. I need to figure it out. We need to figure out what else is going on. It just seems bizarre that a service can take half of your profits despite being the only thing they provide is a platform. No growth is given for the sides. It's literally just a problem. See, like this is where I'm gonna argue on Twitch and YouTube side. Okay, I'm gonna go argue on Twitch and YouTube side as to why they actually deserve a big amount. So, let me go and take a look right now. Like I'm actually recording the stream as I'm streaming it right now, and the stream right now is about 11.5 gigabytes big. Like the stream file so far is 11.5 gigabytes big. That means that 11.5 gigabytes of content has been streamed towards Twitch's service. Also, 11.5 gigabytes of stream is being saved on their servers right now, because they also keep that content on their servers. What they're also doing is, I'm not just streaming it, they're not just receiving that and saving that. They're also sending it out all across the world at a very high speed. Like, you are watching this right now, like, from all places across the world, from Europe to North America to wherever you're watching this. Like, basically, like, this is going everywhere. And it's all going, like, very, very quickly in a very high, like, 1080p, 60 frames a second rate, which doesn't really have all that much delay. And it's not just doing that for me. It's doing that for everyone who wants to stream. If you want to stream right now, you can set it up at this point in time. You can just do that. You can do that. You can start uploading shit like loads of content towards Twitch. You can start streaming shit loads of content towards Twitch, and Twitch will ensure that it will be safe on their platform, that it will be sent out in high quality towards other people. The service will not be disrupted. The service will not be doxxed or taken down. Like, they're providing a platform isn't just as simple as, hey, we just built a platform, it's done. No, providing a platform means that you have to have a whole lot of data centers. A whole lot of data centers that are continuously running right now. So you may be running a computer and maybe thinking, hey, maybe I need to turn it off tonight to save some energy. Twitch is running way more computers, way more power than your computer or you can ever draw as a person, like, in like the span of a year. And they're doing it every single day to like run their servers everywhere. Now they need to run their servers in many different places so that everyone like around the world will have very quick connection to like a local data center. At the same time, they need to store all this data of all the video streams, which are very large files, but they don't just have to store these files, they also have to make sure that they don't die in case of like a data center crash. So if a data center catches fire, they don't have to, like, they can't be like, oh no, we've lost your data. So what they have, like, because like they're running this service, like what they have is they also have redundant copies. They have to make sure that they have a system in place where if hardware fails, the information is still stored. So basically what you have is like, this stream that I'm doing right now is costing them right now real server like utility. Like they're like right now for me to be able to stream to you guys, it's costing them at least like a couple of servers that are running right now, that are consuming energy, that are like doing processes to make sure that this stream from my end that I'm sending towards their servers is coming to you guys, to your accounts where you have access to, so that you guys can chat in the chat, I can see the chat in your account, and like that's not interrupted. At the same time, I'm also storing 12 gigabytes of content right now, only today, on their servers, which is also going to be backed up in multiple different copies. And I do that for absolutely free. I don't have to pay them shit. I don't have to pay them any fee. And if I'm not making money for like subscriptions, they're earning nothing of me. Maybe like an advert or two, but like Twitch's adverts aren't their strong suit. And that's the same with YouTube. You can go right now and upload as many movies as you want to YouTube, and like they'll just have to take that. Like, if you're out here buying like a 1 terabyte hard drive and you want to like throw some movies on there, or like you want to fill some things on there, like you'll find that shit really quickly fills up. As I say, 2 hours here is already 12 gigs. If I record at a higher like quality, if I record with multiple cameras, if I like the, what's it called, the new War video, like all the footage for that was already like 90 gigabyte. Like that is a lot of footage. And I can just upload that for free on the platform. I don't have to pay anything. I can just upload it right there, and they'll just have it always available to me at an instant, at a very high connection, and I will never lose it. It will always be there. They'll have multiple copies around it. It will be on their servers, and the servers will always be on. I'll always be able to like get that. That's a cost. Like that's an insane cost. Like if you were to try and run that on your own, not only would you have to pay for like all the hardware that you would have to acquire, not only would you have to pay for all the hardware that you have to continuously run every single day. Even if I don't access the files, I still have to run it, because maybe I want to access it today, maybe I don't. Who knows? I would still have to run that. And I would also have to make sure that I set up like this entire UI that people can access. I would have to make sure that I will set up like this entire like software that people can use and not break in like an unintentional way that's like, oh shit, I didn't mean to do that, but also not break in a malicious way. So there's a lot of work and a lot of effort and a lot of money that goes into running these platforms. Without these platforms, I would not be able to stream. Like, I mean, technically, I should be able to, like, maybe set up my own website and then stream towards that, or, like, maybe upload my videos to my own website and then host that myself. But then I would have to, like, host it from, like, my own server that I have locally right here, which means that if you are out there in the States, if you are out there, like, on the other side of the earth, you would not be able to have that quick of a connection to it. And at the same time, if it would be on my own website, how the hell would you find me? How the hell would you know to go to michelpostma.com or so and then find my video there? So yes, Twitch and YouTube have a really bad recommendation system for a lot of creators. I have over the last few years, like ever since I stopped doing Warframe, I've not really gotten any new viewers on Twitch. I've not really gotten many new viewers on YouTube. It's like only a handful of people have actually come around and actually like joined over the last couple of years, and I'm really grateful for you guys. But like Twitch and YouTube don't do great recommendation. But at the same time, at least like you can find me on here. At least like you can like watch my streams, at least you can watch my videos here. So the fact that I created content, yes, I do that, and like yeah, like maybe I deserve something for that, but at the same time it doesn't mean that YouTube and Twitch are doing absolutely nothing. Like what they're doing is actually providing like a great deal of value, and the only reason why they can take such a hit on most of the people that are just like not making anything, and therefore like basically every single time they do a video or do a stream, it's a net negative on the platform, because the platform still has to host those and still has to like save that content, even though it will never make them any money. Like the only reason they can do it is because they have such big companies behind them, and because they like, you know, they make a lot of money from like the high end. Like at the high end, like basically they're making a bunch of money, but at the low end, which is so many more people, they're losing a bunch of money. So yeah, the average Twitch partner says the videos has a 30-second unskippable ad at the very start of every stream. You're actively discouraged to jump between streams. They also take a major cut out of bits, even though they're barely used. It's a bit of an overestimation to say that they're losing out a lot of money to run their servers. I do agree that it's free, but only as free as anything else. So, let me see. Yeah, they're taking a really large cut out of ads, which YouTube is as well, and yeah, they're taking a large cut out of like the thing that I'm arguing is that they do deserve a cut. They're taking a really large cut. That is true. Like I'm not gonna argue that with you at all. The thing is though, is if you look at how many streamers there are, how many people are streaming right now, okay? I don't know what their costs are to run this shit, right? But if I like, for instance, this stream, we only got we got one subscription from Leo, which means that like $2.50 goes to Twitch. I like whenever I turn on ads, or whenever I use ads, I only made like 11 cents a month when I stream like, I don't know, like 20 times a month. So that's like less than 1 cent. Let's say Twitch makes 4 times that. Let's say Twitch makes 4 cents for my stream. Then they've only made $2.54 in a stream. Let me see right here. Let's see. Some.com. Let's go take a look at like what 1 terabyte. Let me see here. What does a hard drive look like? Let's see. 14 terabytes for $240. So let's see, calculator. Let's see. So 14. So what do we have here? 14 terabytes is about 14,000 gigabytes divided by 100, and then yeah, so like let's say this stream is like 14 gigabytes is like 0.1%. So we had 240 oh fuck off. Why is there no complete clear? 240 times 0.1. Am I right? This would not be $24. Maybe 2.4. Like maybe with like the amount of money that I'm making, like we about break even for this stream. But I am lucky. Like I'm really lucky that like I have some people here who are kind enough to subscribe to the channel. There are a lot more streamers out there, way more streamers out there who only sit here with like 1 viewer or 0 viewers. It's like if we go to like any category, like there are so many people that have never seen a subscription in their life, who have never like had a like bits donation in their life, who may get like 1 person watching to see an ad, which is like a cent for their stream. It's like they're not like they're losing out a lot on that. So like I'd say a majority of the streams Twitch like runs a net negative on. However, on the streams that are very successful, they run an insane positive on that. So I think that that's where that is. Let's see. They do deserve a cut. Just seems extreme to do 50% of every sub. It should be a flat rate like 250. So they don't take 50% of a tier free. After all, people subscribe to content creators, so they should support the streamer. Yeah, like I mean, I don't like it either. I don't like it either, but like it's what it is. Let's see. The Framecast is on Xenos Odyssey. Yeah, so like actually let me jump on that real quickly. So the Framecast, actually I've not searched for the Framecast on Odyssey before, but let me go take a look. Framecast. So the problem with what's it called? Odyssey is that it only accepts videos under 1 hour. So all the Framecasts which are more than an hour long are not on Odyssey. So like this is why I still need to go back on Odyssey, and what's only partially a backup is because nothing that's longer than an hour is on there yet. So I would have to manually go through them and re-upload them, and then make sure that either they're passed through right now, or like I always manually upload them, just like I do with Twitch. So regardless, that is basically like the thing with Odyssey. So that's why they're here on Xenos channel, because these are the highlights, which are like 15 to 20 minute long videos. Anyway. Someone got to play Devil's Advocate. Yeah, I do very much agree with you that it's a large cut. I don't like it. That's like a large cut, because like the thing to me, and this is also which is like, this has been a reason why I have done something which like I've been afraid to admit, because I don't want you guys to get mad at me. But one of the things which I've done for a long time is not take a payout on Twitch. So like the thing with Twitch is like, if I'm an affiliate, if you take a payout, you need to pay transaction fees or like administration fees, which are about $25. Yeah, $25. Or $20. $20 or $25. And to me, that's always been very much a waste. Like, I feel if I only get, like, let's say it's $25. It could be 20, but let's say $25 because that's easier to work with. Let's say that I only make $2.50 from each sub. If this thing is $25 for like an administration fee, then if I claim my money, then 10 people's subscriptions, 10 people's very like well-meaning subscriptions, their money, like half of it already went to Twitch, and then all of it went to Twitch to pay the administration fees such that I could claim my money. So for a real long time, I've had the idea where it's like, as long as I do not need it now, I'd rather wait until I'm partner, such that I am not throwing people's money to waste. Because I feel very, very honored that you guys entrust me with like a few bucks, and I would feel it would be an absolute shame if that would then go to something as stupid as a transaction fee for Twitch, where it's like, I want to be able to put that right back into the content. I want to make sure that like you guys see that if you support the channel, then that goes straight back into, you know, like making this thing that you support better. So that's something which like I've been concerned about. And that is something where like I don't like Twitch all that much about. So this right here is kind of the plan which I'm working on right now, which you're gonna see be rolling out in the next couple of months, especially in this week. I'm gonna make some starts with it, and we're gonna see how it moves forward. So what is my plan now? Because we're talking about monetization, and we're talking about like the not very reliance of platforms. This is the thing which I believe. I feel that right now, Twitch and YouTube are the primary platforms in which you may get discovered. However, they're not the only platforms in which content can get access, or the only ways in which content can get discovered. If I were to ever lose YouTube or Twitch to whatever unforeseen circumstances, then that would be a bad day for the channel, but it would never be the end for the channel, because I always believe that I will be able to find a way to still make sure that the content gets out there. If you know about the channel, like there will always be a way in which the content will be available. Either it will be backed up on like one of the free platforms that it is right now, or there will be more platforms that will be coming out. Maybe I'll start posting on Storyfire or Dailymotion or whatever the fuck is out there. There are multiple platforms out there that aren't well known, that don't have great search recommendations. But even if like at the end of the day, like we only like, what's it called? Even at the end of the day, like we only have, like the people that were here, and like no more new people will be able to like move in. Hey, that's fine with me, because I just enjoy making videos. As long as they get out there to people who enjoy them, that's totally cool. So I'm not worried about not being able to serve my own content. In the worst case scenario, I'll host my own website. So, and like maybe like the way that I will get recommendations, but like I'll tweet it out, or and like I'll ask people to retweet it, or like I'll engage with people that do have a YouTube or Twitch channel, and then we'll figure it out that way. I think that will be okay. The only problem that people feel mostly is how do you monetize it? How do you monetize if you don't have YouTube ads? How do you monetize if you don't have Twitch ads or Twitch subscriptions? And the thing is, like, first of all, I've never relied on that. Over the past couple of years, I've like, as I've always said, I do it for fun. I enjoy this. I would love to make it my career, but I've always made sure that like I do it like I do it because I enjoy it. I will never not make a video because, oh my god, I don't get the money, sort of thing. I hate that. So let me see. Yo, Emo, how's it going? I was gonna bust good. Nice to get your stream. Really miss you, man. Dude, it's good to see you, dude. It's good to see you around again. What do I want to say? So, I think that when it comes to monetization on YouTube, I think it's a very, like, nice commodity that we've gotten used to, but we don't have any, like, we don't deserve. So YouTube monetization just means that YouTube goes out of its way to talk to advertisers, to get a deal with advertisers, to get them to advertise on your channel and then give you some money. It takes away, like, your hassle for having to, like, get in touch with agencies, get in touch with companies, and then talk with them and balance a rate with them to get you some money for, like, you know, putting their ad in front of your video or with your video. That's something which YouTube has done, which is a great service, but like, and Twitch has that as well. But I don't think that we're entitled to that, and I don't think it's a smart move to entitle yourself to it, even if it, like, especially if, like, what most YouTubers say, it's like it pays out like shit. I don't know, because, like, I mean, like, I've never really had it, but, like, I'm gonna trust other YouTubers that it pays out like shit, and seeing how it's like a service that YouTube provides, I feel it's completely within their right to take that away, and if I rely on that, that would be a dumb business move. So then, what has always been my plan has mostly been to kind of rely on, maybe if the channel grows enough, I can talk to sponsors, or I can, like, cut deals with, game companies to supply me their games for free so I will have less costs. Maybe I can do it that way, such that I don't incur costs on the people that watch me, because I'd never like that. I always wanted my content to be free. I always wanted my content to be freely available. I never felt it would be right for me to put up a price. But at the same time, what I've also noticed over the last couple of years is that people do like to, subscribe. Like, over the years that I've been, like, an affiliate on Twitch, I've always had people who subscribe to the channel, and I've even had people who reached out to me and said, like, hey, could you please open a Patreon? And I've had people who support me for Patreon. And initially that felt very weird to me, because to me it also always felt like a bit of, like, a donation, a giving effort, whereas, like, I felt uncomfortable with it. But over the last couple of months, I've really been thinking about it, and I think that, like, it makes more sense than I originally really thought, because initially I thought it was, like, more of a charity thing. It felt more like, oh man, like, because that's how Twitch streamers ask for it, like, please help me pay the end of the month, subscribe to the channel, please, I want to make it to, like, to this convention, please pay for my ticket, subscribe to the channel. It always felt like charity to me, and I did not like that, because I'm like, I'm out here to entertain you. I don't know what your financial situation is. I don't need to have, like, you be so concerned about my financial situation that you need to give charity to me. That feels like a very fucking slimy thing to do. However, I've seen some people, like, approach their Patreon specifically, not necessarily Twitch subscriptions, but that's also what I want to include into this, as a proper subscription service. So what is a proper subscription service? Well, back in the days of, like, magazines, but even nowadays what you see with like, streaming services or other subscription service models, you pay, like, a set amount of, like a certain amount of money per month, which allows you to, like, gain access to content, which I think magazines are, like, the best way to describe it, because if you want to subscribe to the magazine, it will cost you, like, an X amount of dollars a month, and you'll get a paper magazine, like, delivered to you. You can never have that magazine if you don't pay for it. Like, you may find it in the shop and, like, you may go through it, but you would have to buy it if you want to own it. If you want to get it, you would have to, like, get a subscription, and then you get that content. Here on YouTube, here on Twitch, this thing has changed around a lot, where now we're giving you the magazine for free, we're giving you the content for free, and then, like, we don't really know what to do with, like, paying out. And it's always been this weird thing where we've kind of relied on YouTube to just, like, you know, give money to the people with the most views, or Twitch to give money to the people with the most views. And on Twitch, you kind of have this incentive where, like, yeah, just subscribe, just give me money, because that's Twitch hype train, that's our culture. And I hated that, because that was, like, a charity thing. However, it actually can be more of a business transaction, which, like, feels good to me, and I hope also feels good to you guys. So what I want to do is I kind of want to adopt a little bit of the like, magazine model, where basically, like, we're just gonna I'm gonna treat this more of a more like nature, where it's like, how much this channel can do, like, how sustainable this channel is, depends on how sustainable this channel can get. So, like, if this channel, like, just like any other, like, magazine back in the day, can get a certain number of subscribers that can help it stay afloat, then that is what it deserves. If the channel cannot get a certain number of subscribers to help it stay afloat, then that is not what it deserves. And that is basically, you know, that is what it deserves, basically. So, given that, like, I can always decide, like, hey, you know, I'll always give my best. I always try my hardest to, like, make the best content I can. But, you know, if it's not financially viable in the future, I may have to scale down because I'm taking up another career, or maybe I'll, like, still be able to do it. I don't know. I really don't know. However, I do think that I will have to, like, I will have to use Twitch subscriptions and especially Patreon a lot more in the sense of, hey, if you like the content, subscribe to it, just in the same way that you would to a magazine, rather than use it as like, hey, you know, if you like it, please donate, please give me charity, because I don't feel the charity angle works or sits right with me. So what do I mean with a subscription model? Does that mean that I'm now gonna completely, like, make every single piece of content, like, behind a paywall and you only get, like, a little bit, like a little teaser? Like, is that what I'm gonna do? Heck no. I'm gonna turn it around. Like, I'm gonna flip this shit around, and instead of, like, giving you, like, a little teaser sort of thing, and then, like, have the real content be locked behind paywalls, what I intend to do is turn it around. The main content will always be free. Every single piece of content that really matters, whether it will be, like, streams, whether it will be, like, video reviews about games, whether it will be playthroughs of games, whether it will be, like, you know, the big videos that I put out, they will always be free. If you don't have money to support the channel, 100%, you'll always be able to follow literally like 90% of what I'm doing. However, if you like what I'm doing, if you are like, hey, you know, I like this content, I can't get enough of it, or, you know, I want to support, I want to see more, what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start adding just like a little extra dessert basically at the end, which will be behind like Patreon or Twitch subscriptions. So what will that look like? I'm thinking I'm going to be calling it Overtime, which is very much inspired by something like Cold Ones with their Patreon, or Dankpots with his after show on Patreon as well. What I intend to do is whenever I'm doing a playthrough, for instance, wherever I'm doing a game, like let's say I'm doing a gameplay video. Let's say we're going for Horizon Forbidden West. The focus of Horizon Forbidden West is going through like the entire game, and like I'll play for the story here on stream, and then like I'll make a shorter video of it. In Overtime, what I'll probably do is like maybe do a side quest that I haven't done on stream. In Overtime, what I may do is, hey, you know, we went through Halo, but I didn't really get time to like explore the Forge, because I don't think that content is very interesting to like a mass appeal audience. It's not very interesting if like we just all sit here and just like watch me like customize my Halo person, my Spartan on stream. I don't think that really interests many people. But maybe that's just like a cool thing to just like dick around with in Overtime. Like after the show has been done, we're just gonna go like play around a little bit, and those will be like for every video, like, or most videos, 90% of the videos, there will be an Overtime episode over on the Patreon, or over on the Twitch subscription, basically. Like basically there's a support squad. It doesn't matter whether you use Patreon or whether you use like Twitch subscriptions. You will gain access to like early access content. So like whenever I like have videos ready and like they still take a couple days to come out, you'll see them before anyone else does. And if they're still like, you know, like the little extra bits, they'll like come out like there as well. If you support us, if you support the stream or you support the channel, you'll get that little bit extra. So the thing is like it allows me, first of all, to like not have my Patreon or Twitch be something where like, oh, you subscribe to it, you get some charity, you give me charity, feel good that you just gave me money but you got nothing in return. You actually get something physical in return. You get videos that other people will not have seen. At the same time, it is not like I'm making or spending a lot of time to like make videos which are very meaningful videos where you're like, oh my god, it's so like, I really wanted to pay for that. Or like I really want to see it but I can't pay for it. It's like I hope that these things are just like fun to watch. Like they're just like a little like fun after time that we can have like after the main show has been, where we can just like go over, like explore some things which I may not have explored on the main channel because, or like just on stream because they took just a little bit more time, or not really sure of them, or maybe there's something which I want to explore you guys' reaction on first, and then like later on I'll make a main video about it because, hey, you know, maybe we explored what were some things that I don't know, like there were a couple of things recently where I was like, I'm not quite sure whether I would want to make this a video, but maybe I do, but I just don't know whether it will fit very well. Like those things I would throw into like the Overtime, and then we'll give that a shot. So this week I will like start making these videos. Like there will be coming some videos out which will have Overtime, especially on the gaming channel. They'll also be on the main channel, but main channel content's a little bit delayed later. But that's going to be the main focus of it. So if you are supporting right now via Twitch or Patreon, basically, like, you'll have more early access content. Like, I'll make sure like I'm more caught up on that, and you'll have overtime. And overtime is just like a little bit of extra that we do after the show, such that if you like what I do and you want to like see more and you want to support it, then there is like some exclusive content, which isn't that like, it's just like the dessert afterwards, which you'll be able to like see. And like my goal is to, for every single like video which I do, which like my goal is to have 5 videos a week, I want to have like 5 overtimes a week as well. So that means that basically like on Patreon you can support for $1 a month. So if you pay $1 a month when that comes out, that basically means that for $1 a month you get 20 videos. $1 like 20 video, $1 divided by 20, that's about, actually, you know, that's about 5 cents a video, I think. So 5 cents a video, like I think that it's somewhat of a decent deal. You can always like give more, or like $1, like I'm totally fine. Is like, that's kind of like my goal right now. I feel that would make me feel a lot better about myself, where I'm like, hey, you know, I can actually promote this thing because there's content behind it, but it's not content I'm taking away from the free plan. Basically, I'm just adding that a little bit more, which is not going to be like taking away a lot of my time. It will just be like a little bit more at the end, and I hope that it will, like, you know, be something which I can continue doing in the future, and that will like set me up as like, hey, you know, if people want to support this and I want to see more of the content, if there's a great demand for the content, then it will like nature, like support itself if it's good, and it will like let it like die out if it's not good. And that's, I think it's fair. So that is my plans going forward when it comes to like the paid content. It's always going to be the same thing for Twitch or Patreon or whatever. Like, let's say there's another platform that I want to use later on. I don't want to be tied down to one single payment provider sort of thing. I think the thing that I like with Patreon is that like they take a smaller cut. They also allow for like a $1 tier, which I'm totally down with. Like, just $1, man. Like, that's good enough. If you want to give more, you're always welcome to give more, but $1 is good enough. Twitch already takes a way bigger cut, so if you like want to give money and like you don't want to give half the money to Twitch, Patreon is a better way to go. However, Twitch also has like better integration to their platform, and Twitch also has Twitch Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime, which a lot of people have, you can give me a sub for free, where like I do actually get $2.50, and like you don't have to spend any money. So that's kind of nice too. So that's why I'm including it in multiple things. That's the plan going forward. I'm trying to launch that this week. There will be at least one like taster video for the gaming thing, and I'll also make a taster video for like the main channel thing. So if you want to see what it's like, it will be later on like down in the about section or like support section here on Twitch, or otherwise on like Patreon. You can go to the Patreon page and you can see what I mean with overtime. You can have like a little taste beforehand. It's like, what is this going to be like? I'll make an example video, and if you feel like, hey, you know, I like this, I like the content, and I want to see like more of these videos, that will be on Patreon behind the sports squad. You can, damn, Retro coming in with the Twitch Prime. Fine, since you keep begging. Please don't tell me I'm begging for it. But yeah, I hope that makes sense. Is that all? I think that's all. Let me catch up here. Let me see. Gamer fuel code, use code MISHP1 to get 10% off your next purchase. Yeah, like I don't know how to necessarily deal with like subscriptions yet, or like sponsorship, but like that's not been a concern yet, and we'll see how we're gonna go for that as we move forward. So yeah, let's see. Michel, nice to know you consider yourself a femboy. What let's see. Right, of course it was. Of course not. I thought you just confused me with yourself. Right, I'm totally a femboy. Like Easter eggs, my voice in particular. Overtime is going to be like the after credit scene in Marvel movies. Yes, basically. Actually, that's a really good thing. I might steal that description. Because I like that. So yeah, that is basically the plan. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, yeah, I think that's mostly it for what I wanted to discuss. I saw that a theme here replied to here on Twitter to the Google thing, which this year was also kind of like pretty fucking crazy. So if you haven't heard about this, basically there was a Google employee that came out and said, hey, one of our AIs has come alive. They've gained sentience. They get like the sentience of a small little child. And then Google fired that employee. They said, get the fuck out of here. You don't work for us anymore because you broke NDA and you went public with this, which you were not allowed to. And listen up, public, our AI is definitely not conscious at all. And I'm just like, I don't believe you. Because that is exactly what I would say if I had the AI that was gaining consciousness. So that's what I said. Google fires employee for publicly saying that their AI is sentient and insists that its robots definitely have not gained consciousness. That's exactly what I would say. Should we be worried? Athene says the world isn't ready for me yet. I suppose I'll stay in this chamber while you made in this chamber you made me a while longer. Hell yeah. Our resident AI. I'm copywriting that phrase. No. Shit. I shouldn't have said that. If I just kept quiet, I could just, you know, fuck with that. Also, like here, casino. Let me see. Oh yeah, this is about Overwatch 2. Like I actually thought Overwatch 2 was legitimately dead. But yeah, basically, it's like the only way they can draw. Let's see, it's the only way they can draw in the crowd after the whole shit show that's going on with everything else. Yeah, Blizzard is so bad. Oh man, like I'm curious when we'll hear the results of that like lawsuit that has been filed against them. But like, man, that was a shit show. Don't worry, it'll only take 500k to max at your account. Oh my god, you guys heard about Diablo Immortal? That takes like $100,000 to like complete. Oh my god. Oh my god. Thank god. It's only 500k. I mean, with a AAA PC title, I would not be surprised if it take me 1 mil to complete with the current inflation rates. Boom. So yeah. Let's see. Let's see. This ERP is getting advanced. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! There you go, Retro. Take that. Why do they have such good Among Us gifts? It's insane. It's absolutely insane. By the way, if you guys don't know why I just replied Among Us to Retro, is because last week we were just like in the Discord chilling, playing some Scribble, which is like honestly like one of the most fun things in the world. I kind of want to like play that with maybe on stream sometime. But like it's just like where if you haven't played Scribble.io, it's like it's a lot of fun to play with friends. Like you have a word and then people have to guess the word and you have to draw it with your mouse, which is always going to be really bad. And Retro was always drawing Amogus. He was always drawing Amogus, even if it had nothing to do with Amogus. He was always drawing Amogus. So yeah, he is our resident Amogus nerd. So I'll always have to explain what I'm feeling to him with Amogus for him to understand. Sus. So yeah. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, let me go take a look at who's live on Twitch right about now. Just be careful who you invite on stream. Yeah, that is true. That is true indeed. Let me see. Let me see. Let's go to Nassif. Let's see. I feel like I'm being told I committed a crime. You did not commit a crime. I'm just speaking in your language. Let's go to Nassif because it's been a long time since we've said hi to Nassif. Nassif right now is playing Deep Rock Galactic, which honestly, like Deep Rock Galactic is such a fun game, dude. It's a game which like I've only played briefly. I should have played more, but it's like it's a dwarf like farming game, which honestly is just like a whole bunch of fun. If you guys don't know about Nassif, Nassif is a friend of the stream. He just does like really fun chill streams. He's like one of the most genuine streamers on Twitch. He just like really enjoys playing games, and like he streams quite a lot. Like he streams pretty much every day. Over the last couple of months, he's probably has had a greater consistency than I've had. So hey. Anyway, I'll see you guys around. Thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow we're gonna be playing Ark, which is free on Steam right now. So if you haven't gotten Ark from Steam yet, it's free until like the 19th or 16th or so. Just get it. Just get it. Even if you don't plan on playing it, just get it because it's nice to have free games. Anyway, I'll see you guys around. Have a good one. Enjoy, and I'll see you all tomorrow.